everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm the still hungover guy. You guys are great. You know how I said this morning during the morning show that I had gotten, I had lost 5 pounds from when I woke up Sunday morning to when I woke up this morning? And, it was all from, just puking and, shitty and whatnot. It all came back. It all came back. I stepped on the scale after dinner tonight, and I went, oh, there it is. That's the one thing about drinking, man. And I think this gets worse as you get older, is that your body is so desperate for any kind of moisture that the minute you put a cookie in your body, you gain 2.5 pounds. Your body just goes and grabs on and holds on to every ounce of moisture you give it. And it just goes, nah, fuck no, I'm not giving it back. Nope, I need it. I don't know if you're going to try to kill us like you did yesterday. That's a problem. Alcohol is poison. You're not supposed to have any in your body. So your body doesn't understand, oh, he's fucking around having a great time. We're all right. We're okay. It's fine. It's more like your body goes, oh my God, he's trying to kill us. We have to protect ourselves to ensure he never tries to kill us again. So when you feed it water and food, it just goes, guys, hang on and never let go. He might try to kill us again. You're poisoning yourself. It's so much fun though. You know how amazing that poison is? That we just keep doing it. It's the greatest poison given to man. Citizen M raises a great point. He says the last 7 years have been the hottest in human history. Yes, guys, we need to get more serious about climate change, and that is why on this program, starting tonight, we are going to. Oh God, sorry. God damn it, man! That happens every time I talk about climate change. I don't know why. It just does. Thank you for reminding us, though, Citizen M. Alex D says, shit show if April isn't here. Aaron does what he does, but it is what it is. Thank you, Alex D. That was wonderful. April will be back. She's just dropping the kids off. That is not a metaphor for taking a shit. She's dropping the children off, and she will be back probably in about a half hour or so. Let's continue on with the chat. Your body needed to moisten your gunt, says Orange Boy. That's hurtful. I don't know what I've done to you. I don't know how I've wronged you to have you say something so terrible to me. But I just want I want to apologize. Mizzle T Shizzle with $4.99 says, good evening, everyone. The super chat is indeed working. Hey, feel free to not take his word for it and just test the shit out of it. I don't mind. Thanks for opening up the show, Mizzle T Shizzle. $2.95. Away from tonight's goal. We appreciate that. Thank you to the morning show audience. They got us off to a $25 head start for tomorrow morning. We appreciate that. $5 into tonight's goal. $2.95 away. If we hit that goal, we'll do overtime, and I have a lot of cool stuff for overtime. One of our advertisers, Old Capitol Tavern, this is awesome. I just saw this before the show, sued their former general manager. And reading the lawsuit, I was reading this lawsuit. I was almost late starting the show tonight. I'm reading this lawsuit, and I'm like, oh, my God. This former general manager is a complete piece of shit. I can read that. I don't know how much you guys like reading lawsuits, but it's very gossipy. It's very interesting. Somebody sent me a bunch of that one guy we were talking about that Stuttering John has on, that Daniels guy or whatever his name is. Somebody sent me a bunch of videos on him. We'll talk about that maybe in overtime. A lot of stuff to do. Let's, oh, by the way, if you renewed your membership over the weekend, or if your membership renewed during the weekend, remember to put that free notification in the chat so we know to count it so you get credited for that in the goal. Island Cara says it's not poisoning us, it's us being poisoned. Oh, shit, that's a reference to this morning's show. Mizzle T Shizzle says April is totally shitting. I promise you she's not shitting. I know I can't stop the rumor from getting out there, but I can promise you she's not shitting. I just don't know who's going to buy it. That's all. They don't call alcohol spirits for no reason. Oh, that's deep, Jay. Thank you, buddy. Phil Some says we never saw the Viking horn hat. It's in pictures all over social media now. I can't stop it from getting out there. Taste Fairy says, did you see Bray Wyatt's return? I did. I watched it on YouTube. When CM Punk came back to AEW, I promised myself, I'm like, I'm going to check wrestling out more. And I didn't. And now I saw Bray Wyatt come back, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to check out wrestling more, and I probably won't. I liked the old cult leader Bray Wyatt gimmick more than this Fiend guy. I hope they go back to like the Tommy Bahama shirt wearing, straw hat, weirdo, swampy cult leader guy. But that's just me. Panthers fired their head coach. I saw that, and they lost Baker Mayfield for a few weeks. So it really does seem to be raining shit on the Carolina Panthers. April says, read the lawsuit. You know what? Overtime tonight, we will read the lawsuit. Absolutely. I promise if we hit overtime and enough people want to hear it, we will do the old Capitol lawsuit. Alex D, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Island Cara says, April's new skin tone also doesn't darken that terrible background. Again, Island Cara, you're getting a little fresh. Take it easy. Wildcard with 199 says, Beta Bear. Thank you very much, buddy. P.A. Cheddar says, I stopped watching Raw is War Era. Oh, wow, that was a long time ago. King Yeti says, April either shits bunny rabbit lead weights or she could shit through a screen door and not leave a stain. There's no in between. I've never heard how April shits theories, but I will say this. It's interesting to get them. We have not started that era of this program, but we're always getting new viewers all the time. So, maybe we get to the April shit conspiracy theory era. I don't know. Rex Dart says, Rule and Baker both gone. They might actually win a couple. There's a chance. Thank you, guys. 290 away. Let's make sure I keep that pinned comment updating. There you go. All right. We have quite a few things to do. Is April still stinky or did she shower? I don't know. Has she had time? I don't think she's had time to shower. She might still be a smelly bag of shit. I'm not really sure. Small Town Gal says, I watched a house hunting show today and Corey Feldman and Rowdy Roddy Piper were two of the episodes. Oh my God, how old was that? Speaking of which, we have some Corey Feldman today. It's a throwback. It's from when he had that reality show on VH1 a while ago. But we've got Corey Feldman singing Happy Birthday to his then wife, who they are no longer on speaking terms, I don't believe. Lemmy theorizing that April shits like a lady. Okay, that's... Wydat says, did April shit and fall back in it? Look, man, there's a lot of theories going on right now about April shitting and how she shits and when she's shitting. I'll let you guys run wild with that. How's that sound? If she is shitting lead weights, I can use them to rig a fishing tournament I'm in, says Standalone Cakehorn. Wow. Wildcard with 199 says, I want a slow motion DSP snort. All right, here you go. Sounds like my ass right now. King Yeti says, April, do you usually only have to wipe once or do you have to mummify your hands multiple times? Jay Santos theorizing that April wipes front to back. Orange Boy says, does April's shit alternate between solids and gases? April says, please only talk about my butthole. Lemmy says, I imagine April shits the way Princess Diana shit. What, going over the speed limit in a tunnel? Sorry. She died. Island Cara says, April's poop is white, I'm guessing. All right, another April's shit theory. This time, color guesses. Buzzer Bob says, what? I thought women didn't shit. I thought it was just a guy thing. Well, it's got to come out of somewhere, Buzzy. P.A. Cheddar says, I could create a song with all the DSP snorts. All right, let's see. Now, I can't really get a good rhythm going here on the... Yeah, I can't really... Doesn't work. Oh, I could do the colossal Yahoo burp with the... Yeah, I don't know.
Not funny, haha, funny, queer.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Let's get this thing started. So we could go a few different ways. I wanted to pay a little bit of homage to this community we seem to have found ourselves in. We kind of stumbled on, we started covering some Stuttering John stuff. We found him very funny. Then we found ourselves on Who Are These Podcasts? Then all of a sudden, we're all over, like Dabblers Anonymous. Now there's podcasts. They're doing podcasts about podcasts that talk about Stuttering John's podcast. I'm a little worried because I'm thinking this whole Stuttering John market is about to implode on itself. It's just too much. It's getting ridiculous. It's like in 2008 where they were selling one-bedroom houses for $200,000. You know, you're like, this just simply cannot sustain itself. I think this Stuttering John thing the bubble's about to burst. Now, I'm going to stick with it, just like I think the DSP bubble has burst, and I'm still with that. And the Brendan Schaub bubble has probably burst a little bit, but I'm still on that. Like, I talk about these people because I like them. I'm entertained by them. You know, it's the old Denzel Washington in Training Day. It's 90% bullshit, so it entertains me. That's why I do it. But I can definitely notice that we did not get in on the ground floor with Stuttering John, but we definitely got in about 2-3 months ago when the market was still going up. We kind of hit the middle area, and now it's ridiculous. There's podcasts about podcasts that cover podcasts. Wydat says it's like AMC stock. It's a lot like AMC stock, and it's starting to get a little too high. Thank you to Balls Deep for an $11 super chat. He says, for the Diana shitting in absolute terror as her driver flees from assassins, or the paparazzi, allegedly. Oh, yeah, of course. Everyone knows that story. 280 away from today's goal. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you guys would like to do it that way. If everyone hasn't burned down PayPal yet, you can go ahead and do it that way. Otherwise, there's super chats and memberships. Becoming a member is very supportive. I appreciate it. So we've got Triple N goes, didn't know you like to get wet, though. Sherm, B-Dog, butt naked. PCP, that's what you had. You couldn't taste it? A good narcotics agent must know and love narcotics. In fact, a good narcotics agent should even have some narcotics in his blood. You're going to smoke that thing? No, but you are. Gotcha Alexia says, does April shit standing up? These are all questions that will be answered in my next book called How My Wife's Butthole Works, the April story. I hope you guys check it out when it gets released. I do. So I wanted to go through a couple of these because I thought they were very funny. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of saturation in the Stuttering John Dabbler world. That's the Dabblerverse, if you will. There is a podcast about Carl's podcast that has now also paid a certain homage to our show as we all cover John's podcast. It is a channel on YouTube. Go follow them. It's very simple to find. They've got 279 subs now. I want to see if they can go higher than that. They've got a show called Why Do I Podcast? And their latest episode, they threw a little something our way. And I have to say, I think some shows would see this and get a little cunty about it. But I watched it and I thought it was very funny. Again, I think, A, you got to have a sense of humor about yourself if you're going to do this. And B, I think the light roasting we got from these guys I think it was completely out of respect. Let's check this out. It's instead of Carl and Dabblers Anonymous, the subreddit, this guy calls himself Kevin Dumbfuck, and his partner is Dabblers Unanimous. This is Why Do I Podcast, episode 03. I found another friend. And about an hour and a half into their latest episode, they decide to bring up our program.
Like I said, ex-radio guy, it's what I've gotten from it. Him and his wife do like the morning show. Then he does, I think, a guest or something on the evening show. It might be reversed. Anyway, he has gotten a hold of the whole Stuttering John universe, and he's chimed in. And he has a little something to say about John's tech.
So here's Stuttering John. We watched the quality of his show.
Sorry. Everybody's picked.
Now, what I found very funny about these guys is that they set this whole thing up. They're like, here's a clip of these steel toe guys, and here's them talking about John. I swear to God, they play about 9 seconds of us over the course of like 3 minutes. And I was like, oh shit, is this what it's like watching our show? Somebody sets up a big clip, and all of a sudden you're like, he showed us 9 seconds of it, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. I have a feeling that's what we do here.
Picked up on the tech issues that John has had. So, I don't know if did you see this one with Sue Costello?
I don't
recently?
think so. I don't think so, but I'm always disgusted when they show his microphone right there.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
They used to be a black
The beautiful, the talented, the funny.
Can't hear ya.
Oh no.
Can't hear you.
Oh, that's fucked.
So, right off the bat.
So he plays a little clip of us, and then this next part here, he's going to bust our balls a little bit. But I took it as, not like a tribute. I'm not a fucking narcissist. Surprisingly, for some of you. I kind of saw it as him just busting our balls a little bit. I thought it was funny.
Starting off, let's not do any testing. Let's start our show off fresh, assuming everything in the world works as it should, and not like you and I did, a little test to make sure everything works, right?
Oh,
Doesn't take long.
definitely not. Can't do that.
No. Why would you take your time and actually,
No.
do some research, do some prep, do some testing? No. That's not in John's repertoire. So anyway, do you know what the term
Here we go.
hole is?
Everybody who came from the Opie and Anthony show, everybody who listened to O&A, there's always that reference when they see April to the term hole. Now, a hole is not a woman broadcaster. A lot of bad Opie and Anthony fans get that wrong. It's not a woman who's broadcasting. It's a woman who puts up, as Opie and Anthony used to call it, the stop sign. Who used to go, oh, guys, come on, or, oh, we shouldn't talk like that. Meanwhile, April today starts roasting the poor retarded guy who got fired from Wendy's today. I don't think that's hole-like behavior. So Kevin Dumbfuck, I'd say that with all due respect, from Who Do I Podcast, goes on to the whole part. And I thought this was very good.
In radio. A hole.
It's a band fronted by Courtney Love.
No.
No.
A hole is a female that detracts from the conversation.
No.
This woman is not a hole.
Hey, Kevin Dumbfuck says April's not a hole. That's a W as far as I'm concerned. As his verdict is not a hole. Kevin Dumbfuck, as far as I'm concerned, friend of the Steel Toe Show. Subscribe to Why Do I Podcast. I found this, by the way, on Dabblers Anonymous. I don't like that the Dabblers Anonymous subreddit is getting non-credited by shit. I always make sure, and I think Carl and everybody else who covers Stuttering John bends over backwards, I think, to make sure they're giving proper credit to the Dabblers Anonymous subreddit, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to do any Stuttering John segments. I get all my Stuttering John stuff from Dabblers Anonymous. So go check them out on Reddit if you want really funny Stuttering John stuff. You can just cut out the middleman that is Carl and Anthony and myself and Royce and Mersh and all of them, and you can just go right to the source. And you don't have to listen to us fucking babble about it and entertain ourselves.
She does not detract from the conversation. She doesn't kill the mood. She just plays along. She's not my favorite, but she doesn't destroy the conversation like a hole would. So
Do here's why that's a compliment from Kevin Dumbfuck. Great name, by the way. Here's why that's a compliment. I can tell that this Kevin guy has rarely ever listened to a show where he's enjoyed a female's role on it. So I think it's a big step for Mr. Dumbfuck to go, like she's not a hole, she doesn't kill the conversation. Him saying she's not my favorite, that's a giant leap for him. That's a big step for him not to see a woman on a show and go, fuck this.
I appreciate.
Now, in fairness, Kevin, the reason that you may not hate her is because she was trained by a man. So
appreciate her being on there and not destroying it.
Which one?
that might sound
The Bridget Nielsen one?
No, well, that's another though.
Okay, Dabblers unanimous here. The guy at the bottom is about to say something that literally made me laugh out loud today.
Her.
Oh, okay,
She's,
gotcha.
There's a husband and wife. But I also thought it was kind of funny. It's like, what if that was like future them down here?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Kevin who said that. And I was like, at first I was like, hey, go fuck yourself. And then I looked at it and I went, you know what? As my son would say, tiny bit.
Oh,
How sad would that
I do see it.
How sad would that be?
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I do see it. It's possible.
I'm sorry, Steel Toe Morning Show. I like you guys. I'm
No
not
offense.
saying you're going to turn into these people, but
None taken.
Well, you know, if he becomes an alcoholic, that's what's going to happen. And then
I drank Swedish botanical mystery whiskey from the back of a guy's ice cream truck behind a bar after the Vikings game yesterday. I think we're long past if, my friend.
he's going to take everything he has, and also the kids as well.
God damn.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In the house.
And the house. Oh, shit. I'm
So anyway,
losing
she's,
everything.
again, she's not a hole, so don't give her shit like she's a hole and then bring her up
I
to say she's a
wasn't.
hole. Not you. I'm talking
Settle
to the fucking
down.
audience, the O&A audience that's going to just, assume since I said hole that she's the hole. I was trying to say that she's not a hole.
Take
All
Dick
right.
Ojetta's medicine.
There we go. So I saw those guys on the Dabblers Anonymous subreddit today, and I had to give them a shout out. I liked those guys. They were fun. And again, no offense taken. None at all. April needs to smear chocolate on Aaron's face when she shows up. Oh, another poop joke. Are you? I see. I've been out of the chat for a while here, so I didn't know we were still talking about April shitting. Exactly 6 million says Cardiff Electric. Is that okay? So I've seen Cardiff Electric. He's the guy with the puppet, right? He does the puppet thing. I only got to listen to like a minute of that today, so I'm not really familiar with Cardiff Electric, but they talk like they can't move the lips. Someone says, I like them. I thought they were good. Skeezy says, you're watching him watch you. It is fucked up, right? Cody with $5 says, proud of your hangover. I will send you a hat to cover the balding areas. That'd be a fucked up looking hat, wouldn't it? King Yeti says, did he call you low T Jim Cornette and make fun of April for being almost a 9 with the self-esteem of a 4? That is the best description of April ever. A 9 with the self-esteem of a 4. Oh, shit. That one kind of made me cry a little bit. Thank you, Cody, for the 5. Eric W. renewing his sub for a 4th month. Thank you. Yes, make sure you get those sub renewals up in the chat so you get credit for them. I like thanking you guys for that stuff. Curly Adams says Aaron is going to have to give to PayPal for spreading misinformation for saying he's not a narcissist. I was just watching a guy watch me. So, Taste Fairy says, so Steel Toe is reacting to a podcast that is reacting to Steel Toe reacting to a Stuttering John video. Do I have that straight? Yeah, I think that's about the long and short of it. Yeah. Rupert says, I don't think your head's going to fit in your bedroom door after this. Man, let me tell you something. I usually hate subreddit groups. I usually find them to be very cliquey and bitchy and cunty and whiny. That Dabblers Anonymous subreddit is awesome, man. They are very cool. Everyone's like, it's the definition of a community. It's, they're not sitting there shouting and shitting on each other. Which one's more important, this and that. They are starting to get pissed at Shuli from the Uncle Rico show, though, because I guess he started charging more on his Patreon for like newer levels, which everybody does that with their Patreon, though, don't they? Like, we only have the one level because all we do on our Patreon is put audio versions of the show up there. So I don't think it's fair to charge any more than $5 a month for that. But I mean, I guess the guy's getting a lot of attention for his Stuttering John stuff. Now, I don't think it's smart to go and raise your price right away. I think what you ought to do is be happy that you're getting all this traction for the Stuttering John stuff and just take the higher volume and be happy with the money you're getting. But, hey, Shuli, look, maybe Shuli's reeling from Kanye's recent remarks, All that talk about the Jews, Shuli's like, I got to raise another tier so I can defend myself. It's possible. You got to watch out for Kanye now. Let's continue on. Triple N says, LOL, I'm sure it's a short list of women. Yeah, I don't think those guys like a lot of women broadcasting. So I think that was a big step for that guy. Aaron still has big tits in his old age. Thank you, Loaded Wrench. That's very nice. Buzzard Bob says, oink, oink, no, this show isn't live till next week. You're listening to a future show. Shut up, Buzzy. Don't confuse. I see that oink, oink is very confused from the beginning. We are live. Jay Santos says, Aaron needs to get on the tamoxifen. I don't know what that is, but I'm checking it out. Oh, Why Do I Podcast is here in the chat. See, I'm so far behind. Without April here, I have no direction. No, Why Do I Podcast? We were just watching your clip. It was very funny. It was very good. I am a complete sociopath, so I watch everything that has my face on it. Rain says, last year taped. They were alive last year. All right. Matt... April's parents' hobby farm says calling April a 9 is a stretch. What a shitheel thing to say. Fucking hell. Belusier says Aaron looks like he wore a visor with Nair on the front. You see, Kevin Dumbfuck, this is why I never would get upset at anything you guys said. These are my own fans. Triple N says, I think it's a hair loss thing, maybe. Pretty sure I've heard Mersh talk about it. Thanks. Fuck. Obnoxious John Melendez says, you cover my go-to guys to Tony Michaels. We will get to Tony Michaels. I got a whole email full of it that somebody sent me that we can go into. I said overtime tonight. Overtime tonight, we could go over Tony Michaels and we could go over the Old Capitol lawsuit. I think both of those are very interesting. Ryobi says April was a 9 until you gave her herpes. Jeez. Tonight is a fucking weird night, isn't it? $20 on PayPal. Island Cara says, I found a smelly Adam Thielen jersey, so I sold it as worn in the Bears game. Oh, you found my Adam Thielen jersey on the floor of US Bank Stadium, did you? Thanks, bud. And thanks for the 20. Curly Adam becoming a member for his 6th month. Thanks, pal. 245 away from today's goal. Thank you very much. All right, so 245 away from tonight's goal. Let's keep knocking that out. Thank you guys so much. The link is there in the chat. Then I found this. I wanted to throw a quick shout out on this. I'm not going to play the whole. I'm not going to play the thing because I think we're running a little bit behind here. But I also on Dabblers Anonymous today saw the B Dabbler show, and it's this fucking guy who wears like a luchador mask and talks about Stuttering John shit. And it was really stupid, but in like a funny way. I really enjoyed watching it. He does like 4-minute little news clips of Stuttering John. The Dabbler News Network. It's great production value for such a small thing.
Dabblers, this is a breaking DNN special report.
If the guy from B Dabbler is watching, if you want to make me a show open, we would pay you for something like that.
But first,
update. We still have no fucking clue where this guy is.
Oh, yeah, Muttering Jay on... Yeah, and this is how... So this guy wears a luchador mask, and he does terrible... Like, the motions don't line up to the audio. I found it very funny. Yeah, Muttering Jay on Twitter said he's tapping out, so I don't know what happened there.
Julie is smashing stereotypes, and if you want more Stutjo material made by Dabblers for Dabblers, you have to cough up another $5.
In a move to smash stereotypes, the Jew is raising his prices. I told you, I like this guy.
Dabblers, I never thought I'd see a day when we'd be double-crossed by another dabbler dabbling the rest of us dabblers, dabbler.
You've never heard of a dumb person who's really good at conning people?
That's what I'm talking about. See? Everything is a grift.
Are we witnessing Stutjo inflation?
I'm telling you right now, we are. This guy, I know he's joking around, but this bubble's about to burst. I'm warning you of the Stuttering John bubble right now. I'll always follow the guy as long as something funny happens. Like, we got a DSP clip tonight. I'll go over it because I like just having fun and fucking around on the evening shows. Plus, with like Raw and Monday Night Football on, you know, in the football season, our Tuesday and Wednesday evening shows are much more populated than the Monday ones. So let's have a little fun, fuck around, maybe do some overtime if we knock that out. But I think we are seeing Stuttering John inflation. And I think we don't make any money off of Stuttering John. I mean, there's ad revenue, I guess. If we put out one clip a week, it'll make us like $20-$30 maybe. if it's fully monetized. So like we're not doing the Stuttering John stuff to like make a buck. Here's what I'm doing the Stuttering John stuff for. Number one, because I talk about it because I enjoy it. And I was a big Stern fan, and I've always thought John was a fucking idiot. But also, the clips are very good for getting the show to new listeners and getting them to check out the regular show. So I have no problem in admitting that. I talk about John because I'm entertained by John. I clip John so we can get views and attract a broader audience, for sure. But no, it's not money related. So you're watching a guy who does Stuttering John stuff for the love of the game.
Is this bubble about to burst and go boom? Is a Stut Joe recession right around the corner? Surely, more like cheaply. Wait, I think there's a better joke there. Surely,
I love the dancing around. I love the dancing between the Jew raindrops this guy does.
Apparently thinks that we have to pay a little extra to play Kick the Retard.
So that's B Dabbler. I want to make sure I get the YouTube channel right. Okay, it is. It's just B Dabbler on YouTube. B-D-A-B. So B-E-D-A-B-B-L-E-R. B Dabbler, very funny. And again, just go to the Dabblers Anonymous subreddit. And pretty much everyone in there is funny. Let's catch up with you guys, and then we'll get into some more stuff here. WATP stuff on Tony Michaels is awesome. All right, thank you, Pro Wrestling Fiend. Mad Max Mardigan says, you're a narcissist for watching everything with your face on it. You really know nothing about psychology, do you? That was the joke. The joke is that I say I'm not a narcissist, and then you see, the contradiction is in where the humor lies. Never mind, it didn't work then. It didn't work. I like that guy's visual effects, though. Stuttering John Bubble, he has gas, perhaps. Obnoxious John Melendez says, even I'll say Shuli is being obnoxious with those prices. Well, it's kind of like watching any kind of show. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I say he can do whatever he wants. Perhaps he thinks that this Stuttering John thing is not long for this world, and he's trying to make hay while the sun is shining. Rain says, would you recommend buying DSP shares? Maybe, because I think it's a penny stock right now. I think the DSP stuff is pretty much dried up. I'll still talk about him when he's funny, but otherwise, I don't know. I think the well's pretty much run dry. Let's continue on. We talked about this today, and I couldn't find the clip. Remember we talked about William Shatner going to space? And then, he wrote in his new memoir that, like, it was depressing as shit, and he hated it because it made, like, he felt like he was looking at a funeral, and, like, he just got really down about it. And then we played the clip of him talking about the majesty of space to Jeff Bezos, and they're, like, almost crying together, and they're hugging. But there was one part of this that we didn't get to see this morning, and it was Jeffrey Bezos, and I've only seen this 1-minute clip of him seemingly ignoring William Shatner and walking away from him to go drink champagne while Shatner talks about the majesty of space. And I used to think that Bezos was a dick for doing this, but then I didn't realize, because now I watched that earlier clip, Shatner would not shut the fuck up about space. So Bezos is just sitting there, they get out of the capsule, and Bezos wants to pop champagne and drink. We went to space. How fun. He's listening to this 90-year-old grandpa droning on about the space and the abyss and the blah, blah, blah. And he's like, God, I just want to get fucked up with my cute weather chick wife, and this old man will not shut the fuck up about God. Man, you wouldn't think a guy this old would waste what time he has left. So I'm not as critical of Jeff Bezos for this moment as I used to be, but it's still very funny to watch. This is Shatner trying to describe the awe of space. Jeff Bezos shoots champagne, and I don't know what the rest of the title is, but I've always loved this clip.
Not only is it different than what you thought.
Sorry the audio is so low. I've got it maxed out. It's on their end.
You know what the impression I had that I never expected to have is you're shooting up and this new sky.
And so Shatner just starts talking to Bezos about going up and the majesty of space. And Bezos is like, you know, like when you want to leave somewhere, but the person you're hanging out with won't shut the fuck up and they're not reading your nonverbal cues that you want to head out. You're like, okay, yep. All right. Or like a phone call. Okay, yep. Oh, yep, totally. All right. Well, Allie will, all right. And they just keep going. That's what Bezos is trying to do. But this old man will not read the fucking room. So Bezos just starts no-selling him and grabbing champagne.
Oh my God.
Give me a champagne bottle.
Come here. I want one. I want to hear this. Here. You want a little of this? Okay.
So he goes to Shatner. He goes, as Shatner's talking about like going up and the reaching the heavens and touching the face of God, Bezos is like, you want a drink, motherfucker? What are you gonna cry, you pussy? And then starts shaking it up like a frat kid. I fucking love this guy. And then Bezos is about to go, all right, Bill, you were saying, and William Shatner just looks like a sad little boy where all the adults want to go drink a beer by the pool, and the little boy was telling them all about his little basketball trick shot that he just did, and nobody will listen to him. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go fuck myself then.
The champagne showers have begun. Smiles all around. William Shatner taking in the moment clearly.
What you have built.
So then William's like, all right, I guess if you guys are done jerking off now, I can thank you for everything you've just did. Yeah, Shatner just sat there staring at the ground. You're right, High Main, bro. He just sat there and went, well, anyway, I guess I'll just wait until you guys are done shooting booze cum at each other. Loaded Wrench says, is he kicking dirt? Yeah, he's literally like a little kid who's being ignored. He's just kicking dirt and going, I'll show them. You don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. Oh, poor Bill. But again, I watched that clip earlier of Shatner droning on and on and on about like the majesty of space and how crazy it was and everything else. And you just finally go like, all right, can we drink now? Because this old man's bumming me out. Let's continue on here today. I've got a DSP clip. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but Phil yelled at his audience for asking him about bubbles. This is the most childish thing. One of the most childish things I've ever seen him do. He has this thing where on DSP's channel, if you get 100 likes, if his video gets 100 likes, if you hit the like button 100 times, he blows bubbles on the stream. And it's a thing he does. So he got to 100 on a stream recently, and people started asking him if he was going to blow bubbles. And if that's your thing, if that's your gimmick, then if you're not ready to blow bubbles, if you're in the middle of something and you hit the 100 likes, you just go, hey guys, yeah, well, no, don't worry about the bubbles. We'll blow them in a second. You certainly don't do what Phil just did, which is lose your fucking mind at your audience over bubbles. Let's watch our buddy Phil here. He's wearing a wacky hat, so that must mean he got like 50 or $100 in tips. Good for Phil. I think he's wearing a vest, so he must have made some pretty decent money on this stream, but he was not listening to anybody with their goddamn bubbles talk while he's trying to play Street Fighter 19 or whatever the hell it is. Here's Phil when asked about the bubbles.
Can't do anything. Shut the fuck up about the fucking bubbles before
So I think he's mad. I think he lost his Street Fighter match, and I think he was seething over it a little bit. And then all of a sudden, somebody must have asked him about the bubbles for the 100 likes, and he just lost his shit over it and almost took off his Guy Fieri hat.
Can't do anything. Shut the fuck up about the fucking bubbles before I take away the bubbles forever. People being little bitches in the chat. I'm trying to learn how to play a fucking game. Shut the fuck up and act older than 5 fucking years old about the guy.
Then don't offer the bubbles, Phil. Jesus Christ. Again, I just imagine what a fucking ride it must be to watch Phil's streams. It's this like cycle of emotional abuse. You're in there, he's playing a game, and maybe you like that. Maybe you just like chill shit. You want to watch the new Street Fighter game, see if you should get it, whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden, here's this guy who's just playing the game, and, you know, you're watching, you enjoy. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, shut the fuck up about the fucking bubbles. I swear to God, I'll take them away, you fucking 5-year-olds. The irony of a grown man yelling at people over bubbles and then calling them the 5-year-olds. I love it. I can't get enough of shit like that. That's why even when the DSP economy is down like it is now, I'll still talk about the fucking guy. I love this shit like this.
Before I take away the bubbles forever. People being little bitches in the chat. I'm trying to learn how to play a fucking game. Shut the fuck up and act older than 5 fucking years old about the goddamn bubble. You fucking idiot. God damn, how stupid and young can you be to act like that? Shut up.
By the way, there's still 30 seconds left in this clip. So if you think, oh, Aaron, it's not so bad, Phil just gave his audience a quick tongue lashing over the bubbles, and then he's just going to go back to getting his ass kicked in Street Fighter. Oh, just wait.
Now I can't play.
So now he's getting his ass kicked in Street Fighter, not because he sucks at the game, but because you guys won't shut the fuck up about the bubbles. These poor people, they like his video. They show support for his content. He's having a great tips day. And you won't blow them the goddamn bubbles. They gave you the likes you make with the bubbles, shit for brains. That's what you promised. Keep your word, Phil.
What am I supposed to do now? Now I can't do anything. You fucking idiots will shut up. Fucking bubbles. Oh, look, the hottest new fighting game's out. Phil's trying to learn it. Talk about fucking bubbles for 45 minutes. Shut up.
He is getting the living dog shit kicked out of him, though. He is. This guy is just beating the fuck out of Phil. And he's just going off on them about bubbles.
I'm supposed to learn how to play this fucking game with these fucking idiots acting like this in the chat. Seriously.
Whoa, what a mind blow that it's pronounced Ryu. I always thought it was Ryu. Holy shit, my childhood has been forever altered. This is a Berenstain Bears situation. Also Jewish. So, note to self, do not ask Phil about the bubbles when he gets to the 100 likes. It's a sensitive subject for old DSP. I taste my own pre-com becoming a member to the program. That's very supportive. Thank you, buddy. 240 away from tonight's goal. If you'd like to throw in, there's the PayPal link in the chat. Of course, if we hit our goal, we tack on another 30 minutes to the end of the show. Pretzel Eater says, I liked it when you shat on Hassan Piker. Oh, believe me, I enjoy it too. Vault Boy Anthony is in the chat. Vault Boy Anthony was the guy who asked Hassan Piker, the first guy who was smirking, and, you know, I think he admitted in the comments on our video, he saw our video, he liked it. I think he admitted that he was being sort of shitty to Hassan, which I have absolutely no problem with. Vault Boy Anthony says, speaking of Hassan, I'm here and available to chat here within the next hour. Well, I tell you what, Vault Boy Anthony, just do this. Why don't you call us when you're ready? You have the number. If you want to, you just, whenever you're ready, you call in. We'll make a couple minutes for you. Because don't worry, we're not going to take up like 10, 15 minutes of your time. It'll be anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. We just want to get your perspective of the whole thing. I thought it was very funny that Hassan went off on you the way he did just for bringing up Sam Hyde. I was just really entertained by the whole deal. So you call in whenever you want, sir. Jay Santos says, why did the super chat disappear? I think it was one of those porno troll accounts. I always get rid of those. I don't want to fuck up my channel. You know what I mean? I'm guessing they blocked. Yeah, we blocked that one, that super chat, because you never know who these people are. Jay Santos says, DSP is like a goddamn cockroach. He'll be around after this show is. It's very possible. It's very possible. High Main says, yelling at the chat while getting absolutely shit on. I know. He's just getting absolutely crushed in Street Fighter, but it's very important that he get his audience bubbles rant out there. Hey, everyone has their priorities, right? Taste Fairy says, have you axed, I like that, Adonis Paul or Sleazy Martini to be on your interview show? I would, if this could get back to Adonis Paul, he's on my list. I have him written down here. I do want to talk to Adonis Paul. There's a lot of people kind of in that space that I'd like to talk to. Recently, I got followed by Frank, Chrissy Mayer's husband / boyfriend. I can't remember which one. I'm sorry, Frank, for fucking that up. But I DM'd him, and we're going to work on getting Chrissy Mayer on the Chrissy Marr. I should probably learn how to say her fucking name before I bring her on the program. But yeah, we'll talk to her. I also, check this shit out. You guys are going to be very excited about this one. I have spoken to the representation of none other than Windy City Heat's own Stone Fury, Perry Caravello. They sent us an email address and said, talk to us, we'll set something up. And I believe in the next couple of weeks here, we're going to have Perry Caravello on our show. And I'm really pumped about that. Really excited to get Perry Caravello on the show. I hope all of you are excited about it as well, because I was pumped when Perry's people got back to me. So if we can get Perry on the show, Chrissy on the show, E-Rock reached out to us, said he really enjoyed us on Who Are These Podcasts. I'd love to have E-Rock on the program. And then if we can just inch a little closer to getting Kumia on this show, that would be fine with me. Pizza Roll says, will you ever have Izzy Presley on? Oh, Izzy and I are very good friends. Yes. That's awesome. He's such a spaz. Yeah, I'm very excited if we can get Perry on. Pro Farah renewing their membership for a third month, says, Whew, 3 months. Shout out to the Vikings. Yes, the Vikings. 4-1. I was at that game against the Bears yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And thank you for renewing your membership. 235 away from tonight's goal. Let's see if we can knock that under 200 by the time we hit the top of the hour here. There's the PayPal link in the chat. If you'd like to throw in there, that's cool. If you'd like to do super chats or memberships, that's great as well. P.A. Cheddar says Perry did a chicken review, but not him eating, just how it tasted. Oink Oink says, how much do I need to send for you to burn your cousin's jersey? $300. Because then I can just get a new Kirk Cousins jersey for the same price and just replace it. You know. No, I'm not going to burn my Kirk Cousins jersey. Get the fuck out of here. I am one of those Minnesota Vikings fans who actually supports a good quarterback when we have one. Thank you very much, sir. Aylin Cara says, even April gives Aaron tips, as we saw in the Vikings pick. Yeah, I have a feeling that Vikings game picture is not going anywhere anytime soon. It sounds like April will be here pretty soon. We got a bunch of stories still to get to. A lot of fun stuff to do tonight. Do you guys want to hear about MN Vikings fan? Was it MN Vikings fan or was it just MN Vikings? I can't remember. He's been emailing me nonstop since he got banned from the channel. He has lost his fucking mind. He has completely lost it. MN Vikings. Okay, so it wasn't MN Vikings fan. It was just MN Vikings. He has lost his fucking mind, and I got like 5 emails from him today. One of the subject line of one of the emails was living rent free in your head, meaning he says that he's living rent free in my head because we read his emails the other night on the show and talked about what a lunatic he was. He saw that as him living rent free in our head. Meanwhile, this motherfucker has sent me probably 24 emails in the last week. I'm not kidding. He said, so we must have forgot about Baby Boy in the last week, and we hadn't talked about him at all. So he wanted to get fresh on my mind. So he wrote, thanks again for blocking me. No problem. It's made me listen to other podcasts and not having to listen to you anymore, which is nice. Hey, trust me. The feeling's mutual. watching podcasts that actually have millions of subscribers and have succeeded and have real jobs and don't beg on their shows. I mean, that's good. You should absolutely do that. Oh, by the way, 235 away from the goal tonight. If I could, here, for our begging show, if we could. There we go. What? He's going to make the begging thing, and I'm going to go, oh, no, don't say that. 235 away from our begging goal tonight. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you want to do it that way. He says, it's actually hilarious looking back on how long I was a fan of a guy who is just an ass to everyone and begs for money. How dare he say it twice? 235 away from tonight's goal. Thanks for giving me the final. I don't know the final what, but he was probably angry. This will be the last time I talk to you unless I see you in public. If I do end up seeing you, trust me, I will be coming up to you. Can't wait. Bye, buddy. So I want you guys to remember, that was the last time he was emailing me. And that was at 10:39 this morning. At 11:06 this morning, he sent me another set of emails, about 4 or 5 of them. So he was done at 10:39. It was the last email he was ever sending me. And then at 11:06, he sent me one called Living Rent-Free in Your Head. Now remember, MN Vikings, in his last email, remember he said he doesn't listen to the show anymore. He's done. I'm never listening to your show again. I'm so glad I don't listen to your beggary anymore. This guy's the best. The very next email. Looked extra fat on the show today, buddy. Dude. Stop owning yourself and making this so easy for me. I don't listen to your show anymore, and this is the last email I'll be sending you. By the way, you looked fat on your show today. Can you keep your lies straight, MN Vikings, for 5 seconds? Buddy said you talked to me last week. I think he means talked about him. By the way, this guy doesn't have any buddies. This guy was watching the show, and he saw it. Glad I live rent-free in your head, buddy. Obviously, you miss me if you talk about me 30 minutes beginning of your show. Hope all is well, buddy. Keep up the good work, Mr. Beggar. Hey, at least you put Mr. in that one, right? I mean, Mr. is an improvement. It's a sign of respect. By the way, 235 away from today's goal. Then he wrote, see you soon, buddy. Take it easy, buddy. This guy has terrible what they call adrenaline control. Like when he gets all worked up and crazy, he overuses the word buddy and he gets he's doing that thing where you're like really worked up like that, but you're trying to keep it cool. So you overuse a lot of different words. And then he just sent me another email. That email was sent 6 minutes after that email that just said, see you soon. Then 3 minutes after that email, he wrote, see you around, buddy. Enough over the internet and computer. See how you really are in person. Talk a big game on your show, but I know and have heard you're just like everyone else that would never say it to someone's face. And then 1 minute later after that email, I know, right? This guy is, oh God, I remember who I thought he was just like Stan. He's like Stan from the Eminem song. And then he sent one final email 1 minute later that said, now goodbye, Aaron. So ladies and gentlemen, MN Vikings. He's still not listening to us, and he's still not writing to me, and he's still done with this show. Just thought you guys deserved the update. Pro Wrestling Fiend says, talk about being butthurt. Sounds like a crazy ex. A little bit. April's Parents Hobby Farm says, this show sucks. I'm on MN Vikings side. Triple N says, dear mister, I'm too good to call or write my fans. This will be the last package I ever send your ass. Pizza Roll says, gotta love the haters. Oh, that guy's not a hater. He loves too hard. That's his problem. Turtle says, how many more of your hairs will he need to complete his shrine to you? Maybe that's where all these hairs are going. Maybe all my side hairs are leaving because MN Vikings is stealing them. And he's making a doll of me. They're asking, how old is this guy? Not old enough. Maluzier says, that wasn't a lie. You did look fat. Shit. Even More says he definitely is watching every minute of your show. I Taste My Own Pre-Cum says, so wait, we all have to make Dad notice us? All we have to do is be clingy? I guess so. P.A. Cheddar says, MN Vikings was banned before then. Ban evaded with another name, got unbanned, then banned again. Oh, dude, that guy's been banned countless times. Mr. Nobody with $9.99 says, begging never works. This is the last time. And Daniel becomes a member of the show. Thank you very much. 225 away from our goal tonight. Let's see if we can knock it down to 200 in the next 5 minutes and get her to 200 by the halfway point. That would be very, very cool. PayPal link is right there in the chat. Super chats and memberships count for the Beggar Show. Let's see if we can knock out the goal on the Beggars Show. April, good evening.
Hello.
How was dropping off the children?
Great.
AKA taking a big runny shit.
I know. It was a lot of work.
Yeah. So MN Viking sounds like a normal guy.
That guy needed to be gone a long time ago. He's a psycho.
Would you say he's tiny unhinged?
He's a psycho.
Electric Shoes says you are going to be in the trunk of his car one day. I don't think so. Birdman says, this reminds me of a buddy of mine who used to work in radio. 6 months later, the guy drove through the station. Fuck. Only a dumb boomer would sound like him, says Jay Santos. I mean, you're probably not wrong. High Main says, Buddy is unhinged. Yeah, a lot of buddies in there. He's hotter than 2 blistered pussies in a pepper patch, says Crew Smitty.
Oh.
I love that phrase. That is fantastic. Need Trump says, okay, this is the last time I comment. I'm leaving. People are saying, yay, mommy's home.
Hello.
Constipated April is here, says Aylin Cara.
Not anymore.
Oh, you're taking big dumps?
The biggest.
Everybody was theorizing. There's a lot of fanfic going
They're
on right
all
now.
right.
About your shits.
Every single one's correct.
Rain says, hey, look, it's April. She came in like a ninja. That's better than the words he
actually.
usually uses. Yeah. Fauci's Pangolin and Cody Thompson both with $5. Thank you very much. Only
Thank
215 away from our goal tonight. And we're right about there to the 200 mark at the halfway point. 3 minutes to knock it down and get the rest of the way there. Thanks, guys. Oh, there's Samuel with $25.
Aw.
He says, last time I donate, you beg too much. Yeah, we got
Thank
to
you.
cut that shit out, right?
You forgot the buddy part.
Oh, did he say buddy?
No, I'm saying
he
he
did.
forgot the
Oh.
buddy part.
Well, there we go, guys. Before the halfway point, we are at 190. Stop begging. It's disgusting. It's unseemly.
It is gross. I feel like I need a shower now.
Oh, just absolute dog shit, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much to Sam, a very generous guy, and Cody and Fauci's Pangolin. Thank you. Rain says, April, please say the N-word. Make us happy.
Nincompoop.
There you go. Wydat says, Buddy is Jake's new co-host. I love that MN Vikings is Buddy now.
Yeah, I had theories that was like, oh God, what was his name?
Dave?
Truck guy. Don't say his name.
Oh,
I
truck guy.
I thought for a long time that was the same person, and that's just an account he's using.
No.
You don't think
Oh,
so?
well, no, because I know the guy's real name is in his emails.
Got it.
Yeah, he's a smart one. Cody said with his $4.99 says, April has been marked safe from the toilet.
Thank God, right? It took a while, but I'm here.
Yeah. She got her shit taken care of. Literally.
Literally.
She wasn't like a ninja. I heard the door hinge squeak, says Mizzle T Shizzle.
Dude, we have to get WD-40. That's
Do
on
we?
my
Does
list
that
now.
one squeak really
They all
bad?
squeak down here.
I think he was kidding, but
No, that's really actually bothers me.
is it that bad?
Daily? Yeah.
Fuck. We have WD-40 in the garage.
I looked. I can't find it.
We have a little can.
Nope, can't find it.
You're full of shit, April. You're
You find it
full
then.
of shit. That email made me think of the Kyle drop. You mean that one? There you go.
The best
Curly
drop.
Adams says, I too also beg for money. Some call it asking for a raise. Well, thank you, Curly Adam.
Nice.
180 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much
Thank you.
for the generosity. We are getting close to what we call shooting distance from knocking that goal out tonight. So thank you guys for contributing. You're all very sweet. So you want to hear about the Old Capitol lawsuit
Yes, I really do.
and the Tony Michaels stuff. We're going to do that for overtime tonight if we hit it. We're going to read the Old Cap lawsuit. Their ex-manager. Like, I knew a lot of the details because I've been keeping a lot of this stuff under my hat. I couldn't talk about it. But the lawsuit's now on public record.
Okay, good.
And holy shit, was this manager a giant bag of shit.
Just from what we've heard, it was bad enough.
One of the most awful, evil pieces of shit restaurant industry workers I've ever heard of. His name's Mitch, and he was the general manager of Old Capitol. They did him a favor, and they hired him on. And not to give away too much of the blood and guts of the lawsuit that we could talk to you guys about with Old Capitol, he fucking just ran product and money out of that place.
That's the allegations I heard.
I mean, if the allegations are true, this motherfucker's lucky he's not up on legal charges because
I don't know how he's not.
Well, I think they want their fucking money back. I think the company just wants to sue him to get the money back that he took out of that place. I mean, first of all,
the numbers are big enough, though.
You could talk about like embezzlement and fraud and shit like that. Absolutely. But with this lawsuit, I mean, the stuff that's coming out in this lawsuit, this manager, you know how when you work at a bar, if you pour a drink for an employee and don't ring it up, it's the same as taking the money out of the till. Mm-hmm. It's stealing. Dude, this guy would give away, the allegations are, this guy would let employees walk out with booze.
That's awful.
He'd let them walk out with product. I mean, that's... And you know the whiskeys that Old Capitol has, that shit is not cheap.
It's painful.
We're talking about multi-$100 bottles of different whiskeys and booze and stuff like that.
I heard he'd just let them sit and drink at the end of their shift and stuff.
Again, if you pour a drink for an employee and you let them just have it, that's the same thing as going in the till and taking money out.
Yes, watch an episode of Bar Rescue. You'll hear John Taffer scream about it.
This Mitch sounds like one of those terrible Bar Rescue guys.
Yes.
Hey, this is Vault Boy Anthony.
All right, I want to talk to this guy real quick, guys. We're kind of in a state of transition at this moment in the show anyway. Vault Boy Anthony is calling in. April, this is the guy who asked Hassan about Sam Hyde. Could you turn down your computer or whatever you're listening on, because I can hear myself back there, buddy?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I turned down my phone.
All right, Vault Boy Anthony is his name on YouTube if you want to check out his channel and whatnot.
And on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were at TwitchCon, so obviously Twitch would be the bigger one. So is it just twitch.tv? Is it just twitch.tv/VaultBoyAnthony?
It is, yeah.
Okay, Vault Boy Anthony. There you go, guys. So you went to TwitchCon, and you weren't streaming or anything, but I guess Hassan was. And you asked him, and you watched our clip on this. You watched him, or he was streaming, and you asked him if he was going to fight Sam Hyde. What were you expecting out of the whole thing? Because I said that you were just asking. April said you were being you were being a little bit of a shitheel,
which I see nothing wrong with.
What's the real deal with it?
So, I mean, honestly, it's column A and B, both sides. Okay. I saw him. I'm not a follower of Hassan. I just know that Sam Hyde keeps calling him out, and I find that pretty funny. And then when I saw him, like, oh shit, I should ask him that. Yeah. And so I went up to him. I knew he was probably going to be a little upset about it or something, because I'm sure everyone keeps asking him it. But I just wanted to, maybe see what his response was. And so right off the bat, after I asked him, he was just, you could tell he was heated, and I think that's why I started to just start grinning, and I I couldn't control the grin just because he was just going off, and I didn't have much to respond to him with, because I was just so shocked that he was getting that heated immediately, and I was like, this isn't really worth like having a debate in public about, especially when I'm not all that informed on the situation. He started going off on some things about people he donated to, which are people I've never heard of and stuff like that.
You got way more than you bargained for.
Hassan's way too deep in internet shit, and like he knows stuff that like most normal people just don't have time to follow that bullshit, and he's like balls deep into it, so he thinks everyone else is. But you didn't expect him to get like crazy. Like he was at the end, like a fan asked him for a picture, and he was talking about beating the fuck out of you.
Right. I didn't even. So when I approached him, I didn't know he was streaming. I saw he had a camera, but I kind of just thought it was a vlog thing. But then when he stuck the camera in my face, I was like, I wasn't even like prepared for anything like this, because I thought it was a semi-private conversation with him, So I just wasn't prepared for anything like that.
Yeah, you just wanted to see what he'd do if you asked him the question, and boy, he he gave you a moment that you probably won't soon forget. On some, you didn't seem like you felt threatened at all. I mean, you handled it pretty well.
He did get in my face a little bit. Like you can kind of tell there's a subtlety in someone's body language, and I could tell he was like, if I were to escalate or react in the same way he did, I felt like there could have been a physical confrontation. Like he was ready to square up, or he was kind of trying to intimidate me physically. But yeah, so that's also probably why I was just not having it. I let him do his thing, and then after that, I just like, all right, well, see you later.
Now it's the Sam Hyde stuff really does bother him, and I think like you, I'm a fan of Sam. I think he's very funny. But I think he's hilarious, honestly. Yeah, it really does seem to bother him a lot. Like we were saying on the video, do you think if Sam just came out and like goofed on it and just said, no, I'm not going to fight him, he'd beat the shit out of me, like all this would go away? I feel like the way he responded to you is just going to breed more yous out in public being even shittier to him about the Sam Hyde thing. The guy has no sense of humor.
Right. No, definitely. I think, honestly, like, what I expected was just kind of like, like, F off, loser, and then that was it. And if that was the only kind of response, even that, like, that would have been like, okay, that wasn't as fun. But, like, the fact that he just blew up like that, I'm sure everyone was like, oh, that was awesome. Now I want to push his buttons, too. But, yeah, if he did a short, like, get out of my face, I'm out of here, then it would have been, less people would be interested in repeating, that question.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you feel like it was a missed opportunity, because if you would have known he would have been streaming on one of the biggest channels on Twitch, you would have been holding up a Vault Boy Anthony sign.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, except for, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because if you look at the chat replay for his community during that, a lot of them were throwing out the term Nazi and like, why didn't you punch that guy? And we're like, just, we're essentially pushing, or like trying to put me into the alt-right category just because I asked a question relating to Sam Hyde. So I was like, I'd be okay if I didn't put my info on Hassan's stream. That's because true. A lot of his fans, like I even saw a Twitter thread where someone took a picture of me at the con later that day and were like, he's right in front of me. Like he's probably still like smelly from shitting his pants after Hassan yelled at him or something like that.
Oh, could you imagine being a Hassan Piker fan? Like A, and B, could you imagine thinking like he's a badass? Oh, gross.
The worst.
Right. Yeah, and then that other guy that you also reacted to, he asked a similar question. He seemed even more innocent than me, because like I asked it with a little hint of cheekiness behind it, but he sounded even more genuine and even less confrontational. Not that I was confrontational at all, but he just seemed genuine, and it was crazy how he was about to beat up that guy too.
Yeah, he said he bragged about squirting water on that guy, and I'm like, wow, look out for this kid. This Hassan guy's crazy. Right? Yeah, no, that kid looked like he was just
like, it's weird for some.
He was innocently asking a question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's weird that Hassan would think it's like it makes him look good to brag about like throwing water in someone's face or asking a question.
Yeah, like that guy. I don't think he could have handled that worse and looked like more of a stupid asshole. And then bragging about squirting water on the guy. I don't know, man. I liked your question. I thought it was very funny. I'm glad it all worked out for you, and I'm glad nobody got hurt or anything like that. But yeah, you accidentally got yourself a great moment out of that, and also thanks for calling us.
Right, and thanks for having me, guys, and I hope you have a good one.
All right, you too, man.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, that's Vault Boy Anthony, twitch.tv/Vault Boy Anthony is his channel. So if you like Twitch, go check that guy out. Goes to TwitchCon and ends up like the centerpiece of a fucking Hassan meme.
It is very strange.
Pretty great. You know who we send that interview to? You know who we send that phone call to?
Oh shit.
If it's okay with Vault Boy Anthony. Who likes drama more than
Carl? No.
Send that to Keem.
Oh, Keem. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We'll tweet Keem tonight. We'll see if he wants the phone call. If that's okay with Vault Boy Anthony. I don't want to fuck up his shit. I know he said when he called, I made sure I told him, look, we're not trying to fuck with you or anything. I'm just,
Oh, that
I
guy,
thought you did a great
fine.
job. He's like, I don't want Hassan's people fucking with me. I get that.
I'd feel bad for his channel.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Anything bad happened.
So good for him. Good for him. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Ewell Gibbons with his 6-month.
Holy shit.
Of membership. Thank you, Ewell Gibbons. Appreciate that. 175 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. We are really chipping away at what is, I don't know the numbers until after the show's over, but Monday night during football season is our slow
This one seems
evening
busy.
show night. You guys are, wow, thank you very much. 175 away from tonight's goal. Appreciate it. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you'd like to do that, or YouTube, either way.
Interesting, before I came down here, I saw that the Raiders were actually beating the Chiefs.
It
was 7-0 at the time.
Oh.
So
Patrick Mahomes always spots teams
I know
a
he's
couple
always
of points.
clutch and he comes in, you know. But
Ooh, they're down 14-0 now.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. You have Mahomes on your team too, right?
Don't worry, my team's fucked this week.
Uh-oh.
I had Dalvin Cook, and I don't think Dalvin Cook and Raheem Mostert, everybody else completely shit the bed.
I see.
Everybody else
Well,
sucked.
sorry to bring up a sensitive subject.
It's only my first loss of the year. I can
I
bounce
know.
back. I'm 4-1. What do you do? Looked better, you two. Aaron must have got lucky after the show, says Walls Balls. You don't need to know these things. Vault Boy Anthony says, for sure, feel free to send it to whoever you want. I didn't do anything wrong. All right, good. Thanks for being a good sport there. Again,
Yeah,
Vault
that's cool.
Boy Anthony on Twitch. I love how I plugged his YouTube when he was at fucking TwitchCon.
Well, it sounds like he has both.
I know, but I'm a fucking moron.
That was a stupid moment.
It was a dumb move. What are you going to do? All right. Gisele Bündchen threatened to divorce Tom several times before, all over football, according to sources.
Ooh, then you can't be marrying a football player.
This blew my mind.
That's just part of the deal.
You marry a football player, and then you get pissed that he's a football player
He's
still?
doing football stuff. You can't be with that person then. You've got to be, that's unfair to them, but like yourself too. You better start being honest with yourself and just kind of back out of that thing.
Honestly, it's like marrying a fighter and then get mad when their speech starts slurring.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, when I married you, I didn't know that you'd have slurred speech. It's like I get punched in the head by the strongest people alive for a living. How did you not see this part coming? But she's out now. They're getting divorced, and apparently
so
the
it's for sure.
word on the street is it's all over football. Sources
get
connected
that.
to Gisele tell TMZ. Gisele, this is the other thing about being famous, having these shitbag friends that sell you out to TMZ constantly.
It's really insincere, I think, as a friend.
Unless these celebrities use these friends to get the word out.
Get their word out.
Yeah, that could be
specifically.
it too.
Could be.
Sources connected to Gisele tell TMZ that she has separated from Tom and threatened to divorce him several times over a period of years, and it was all over football. Oh, God. I really don't like her now.
I don't either. Specifically him, one of the greatest football players there are.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be with that person then. You have to stop that.
And then she's like, it's because I care about him and his health. You got a weird way of showing it by divorcing him if he won't do what you want him to do. Our sources say the sticking point for years has been that Gisele wanted Tom to get out of the game, and although she's publicly talked about her fear he would develop CTE, she's been very upset with his NFL schedule, which takes him around the country for 6 months out of the year. We're told she simply hates it.
But you signed up for that when you got with him. He was playing football when she met him, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
But how many years ago was that? I think
10?
they've been married 13 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So about 15 years ago?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he's been playing
He's
for,
been
23, 24 seasons?
There's not a chance that he hasn't been playing.
I mean, look, you get it. Marrying a football player, he plays football. You can't get mad about the football player thing.
That sounds as stupid as like, I married you and like, I'm mad that you do shows in the morning. That you can't have that argument. I don't think.
It's like, he's streaming. I can't believe he would be streaming.
No streaming allowed.
No streaming
It's bad for your
allowed in
health.
this goddamn house. It's bad for your health. Thank you very much to Granny for becoming a member for his second month. He says, Tom, Adriana is a smash and grab right now.
Oh no, she's got that meter rod.
And the meter's running.
Ooh, what do you mean?
There's a
You
lot
think
of
so?
lot of mileage.
A lot of mileage, but
Lot
I
of
think she
mileage.
looks okay.
The odometer, as you will.
You're saying she'd be low trade-in value?
Look, the body of the vehicle still looks great. But you get inside, you put the key in it, you look at the odometer.
What's under that hood?
What's under the hood?
It's knocking a little
Bad
bit.
memories and miles of dick.
Knocking and squealing.
That's what's under that hood. Thank you, Granny. 170
Thank you.
away from today's goal. We are getting there, guys. Thank you very much. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you'd like to chip in that way. Otherwise, memberships and super chats and super stickers are part of it as well. Gisele has threatened divorce in the past, each time over football, but they were able to work things out. This time, however, we're told it's different. So she marries him. She's mad that he still plays football, so she's going to divorce him. She travels all over the world to do modeling and shit like that and run a modeling company. He's never asked her to stop doing that.
I was going to bring that up, as if a model doesn't travel all the time for everything.
Right.
Like to other countries. It's not even just in your country. You're in other countries majority of the time.
I think, honestly, if you're Tom at this point, I don't want to speak for the guy because I know nothing about him. But if you're Tom Brady at this point, you almost welcome the divorce.
Yeah, if she's going to be miserable about the thing you love most that's not her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. You can't be putting yourself through that.
The guy
He's entering like the best time of his life, by the way.
Not only that, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Yeah.
If we go NFL passing leaders, where's Tom Brady at right now? NFL passing stats. Pass yards.
There he is.
Tom Brady is third in the league in passing yards.
God, I do love Josh Allen. He's still up there, huh?
Dude, he's destroying
phenomenal.
the entire league.
I love that guy. The Bills are fun to watch. Wait, that isn't a Bills. That's the
easy on your Josh Allen.
He used to be.
Yeah, he's a Bill. I just
why'd you?
We'll take it easy.
Oh my God.
Trying to fuck Josh Allen? No, he's a taken man.
Yes, Aaron.
You
I am
piece
in
of
fact
shit.
trying to fuck Josh Allen.
You
I
better
hope
not.
his wife's hot because she's joining.
It's
in.
better than the last football player you wanted to fuck. I'll give you that. I didn't want to.
Sensitive over here.
I didn't want to hear about the last one. I mean, at least it's getting better.
man.
Yeah.
Mr. Insecure. Yeah, look at that face.
I can throw a football too. Fuck.
Aaron's trying to show off in the backyard.
Vault Boy Anthony says Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Boy, that's hard to argue against.
Well, the stats, I mean.
Look, man, Justin Herbert is not bad. There's always the fact that Patrick Mahomes exists.
How about the fact that Carson Wentz is below Tom Brady? Like
What do
right
you
there.
mean? Oh, that he's right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing bad. He's throwing a few picks, though. Like, he's turning the ball over quite a bit.
I just don't see a Carson Wentz being in the top 4.
In yards, yeah. Kirk's having another top 10 year that nobody's fucking talking about. He's number 8 in yardage.
Why don't you scream it from the mountaintops?
I try. I'm tired of losing my voice.
Get a big horn. Get a big bullhorn and start yelling.
I want to. I got my jersey. I've done my part. Johnny Chippo says Jalen Hurts is playing well. Jalen Hurts strings together 2 more of these seasons. I put him right up there with Josh Allen because he's, just playing out of his mind.
He's got a great team around him, too.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson also is playing really well this year, too. But yeah, Gisele Bündchen wants to divorce has wanted to divorce Tom Brady multiple times, every time over football.
Imagine wanting to divorce Tom Brady. And kind of like you said, we don't know much personal about him, but anything we've ever seen seems like a wholesome dude, seems kind enough.
Yeah. Gronk actually called Tom and he said, after this is over, I think you and I ought to get an apartment together.
Why don't you sit the next couple plays out, Gronk?
Sit the next couple of plays out. I miss you.
Oh, no.
I miss your scent. I miss your musk.
Oof.
I love you, Tom. Guys, I picked this next one out solely to see if I could make April cry.
Oh, come on. That's not nice.
You guys want to see if we can get April to cry over this next one? Ron DeSantis' latest political ad is out. And I am now convinced that Ron DeSantis was created in some kind of fucking lab to become president. I'm worried, as much as I like Ron DeSantis, I think he might be the Antichrist.
Really?
Remember, like, if you've studied your Christianity, the Antichrist will be beloved by people.
Yep.
He will be charismatic.
Mhm.
He will
Charming.
seem too good to be true. And then he will usher in his reign of hellfire until Jesus comes back. I'm worried that this Ron DeSantis might be the Antichrist. Because
I'm nervous.
He's too goddamn good.
Okay.
I've got this ad. I'm just going to let it play, and I'm going to see how many of you we can make cry with this ad.
I don't know what's going to make me cry, though.
April is going to be I'm promising you right now, April is going to be bawling her fucking eyes out.
Look, I'll occasionally cry over an ASPCA commercial, and that's about it.
This is Ron DeSantis' wife. I believe her name is Casey DeSantis.
All right.
I think is her name.
She's fine.
This is her. Do you know anything about her history?
I know nothing about her.
Okay.
Should I?
I'm going to play this 1 minute ad. I'm just going to sit back and play it. I'm actually going to small screen it because I want to see if you guys will see April's tears because this is the kind of shit that I think makes April cry.
Won't make me cry.
All right, guys. This is Ron DeSantis' latest political ad.
I get asked all the time, who is Ron DeSantis? Well, he's the kid who grew up right here in Florida, working his tail off, paying his own way through school, then volunteering to serve in the Navy and deploying to Iraq.
What a handsome
He's the man who I fell in
Holy
love
shit.
with from the moment we met. And he's the dad of 3 very rambunctious, energetic children. Mamie, our 2-year-old little comedian, Madison, our beautiful, sweet 5-year-old, and Mason, our 4-year-old athlete. But if you want to know who Ron DeSantis really is, when I was diagnosed with cancer and I was facing the battle for my life, he was the dad who took care of my children when I couldn't. He was there to pick me off of the ground when I literally could not stand. He was there to fight for me when I didn't have the strength to fight for myself. That is who Ron DeSantis is.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Did you cry?
No.
You're not crying? Wow, I thought that one would get you for sure.
No, you bitch.
I thought that one would...
No, I think that's lovely, but that doesn't... No.
I thought that would fuck
just
you
makes
up.
me like it more.
Oh, okay.
I think that's wonderful to hear, like, oh, she
Wow.
went through, like, the worst time of her life, but he was there to pick her up.
I was... I was thinking that
That's
would
what I'd
fuck you
want.
up.
That's what I'd want. If I find out this tumor is cancer someday,
Yeah?
I'd like you to scrape me off the ground when I'm
Pick
having
you
a
off
hard
the
time.
floor. As long as I can fuck you first. I'll fuck that cancer
You're gonna
right
fuck
out of your
my
body.
cancer blob on the floor.
That's right.
Jeez.
Little Lemmy says, I'd like him more if he was the Antichrist, right? Fucking
Whoa.
metal, bro. Loaded Wrench says he's married. The Antichrist doesn't like women. Oh, he's a queeb.
Really?
Did not know that.
Okay.
Formerly Casey Anthony, says Von. Oh, no, I didn't know that Casey DeSantis used to be Casey Anthony. That's a horrible plot twist.
That's actually why I didn't cry.
Citizen M says she's a cunt. I hope she gets S8. Jesus Christ, man.
Hey.
They're saying April wants to fuck Ron. Loaded Wrench saying even he's crying.
Loaded
you
Wrench,
didn't cry.
it's okay.
Oh.
I cried on the inside like a winner.
He was there to put his balls, ... says Rain.
Oh.
Skeezy says, hey, he's a snake. I'm telling you, nobody is this good without being a snake. That's why I
That's
said.
bothering me though. I want to have hope that there's one good one out there, and he's it.
Maybe.
I want to have hope that he's that one good guy.
We will see.
He looks the part.
Why Dad says he sure as fuck ain't no Aaron.
Wait.
Ken Adamanchuk says, but who paid for it? The Jews.
Whoa,
sorry, I was
no.
listening to Kanye. I
Bad.
apologize.
Do not take your advice from Kanye.
The Recluse says, close. She was fighting the tears away to prove you wrong. Oh, were you fighting tears back to prove me wrong? That's the accusation from the
No.
Recluse. I think you were. I looked over at one point. I had to stop looking at you because I'm like, she's not gonna cry if I look at
you
her.
play an ASPCA commercial, I'm gonna bawl my fucking eyes out. That's the thing.
Hulkamasha Baby says, hey, April Zaboomafoo died of rectal cancer. Now cry. He did. That poor guy rotted asshole first. Poor little Zaboomafoo. He got cancer in his ass and it just ate him to death. Slowly but surely. And now Zob is a fucking stain in an incinerator somewhere after he got butthole cancer.
No.
And it ripped his life apart.
He's a beautiful creature, and that's
you are
not how you
tearing
remember
up.
him.
Your eyes are full of tears.
He had children.
Yeah, he had a lot of them. He dirty dicked them, and the chicks all gave him ass cancer.
He had 7 kids and then 2 illegitimate ones. I don't know how that
Old
works.
Zob liked
but
getting pegged by his bitches, and it gave him ass cancer. He was like Ralph Cifarello.
There were no tears down my face.
You are red-eyed and
Nope.
crying. You are sobbing.
It's the dryness in the air.
Jesus. Now I'm embarrassed for you. Rainy G says, I like her suffering. Very satisfying.
Rain wants everyone to suffer, though, I think.
Granny says, DeSantis got caught throwing 88-mile-per-hour fastballs at manatees. Good.
Uh-oh.
They fucking deserve it.
You see this?
Yeah, she has a rolling tear for Zaboomafoo's rotted asshole.
You have to Stop saying that.
Why do I podcast says Jews? Where? I know, that's what I always say. But luckily, we're in central Minnesota.
Why is that lucky?
Because all the Somalis will protect us from Jewish people. I didn't say that. I'm fucking kidding.
Omaha.
I'm fucking kidding.
We're
I would
over.
never say that about the lovely and talented Jews.
Now we're going to have to open like a sanctuary for other lemurs. Because we need new jobs.
Look, I'm going to take in wayward Jews, and I'm going to nurse them to health when they're injured.
You're going to take in the downtrodden
Jewish
people?
all the downtrodden Hebrews, I'm going to heal them by preaching them the New Testament.
Well, this should be good.
I'm going to say,
now we have to eat kosher.
say, that guy you killed, he still made it in here.
Says the actual Antichrist.
Oh, wait, what? Willis says, is this a Mersh broadcast? Yeah, it is, actually. He's going to be on here in just a second. Patty B Cakes with $10 over there on PayPal. Thank you, Patty. 160 away from our goal tonight. Thank you,
Patty. Jesus, Gordy.
Now I've got people saying really horrible shit. I got to stop.
Gordy, no,
I got to
bad
stop
boy.
joking about certain things, knowing that my audience takes me too seriously.
God, I'm offended by our own dog.
Why Do I Podcast says, yeah, we know how to hide under floorboards and such. Well, that's what I mean.
Wait.
Like, I don't even have to give you guys a bedroom if I take you in. Like, you guys will sleep in the weirdest places.
That's true. They'll take anything. They'll take the crawl space.
Yeah, and as soon as one of them comes to me is like, I would like to talk to you about better sleeping arrangements, I just secretly go, hold on. You guys hear that? Run! And they'd all just dive under the floorboards like a cartoon.
A lot of splinters.
Just jump through the mouse hole like fucking Tom and Jerry.
They'll squeeze through it, where it's like they bottleneck with their ass, but then it squeezes eventually.
And we'll push them in. Why Do I Podcast says, you get a pass. Talk about the Jews. My name's Aaron. I've got a tribal name.
I can't talk about the Jews.
My first name is tribal. April can't because she's
I'm Norse.
Yeah, she's Norse, and those people are...
And I'm actually half Norse, half German, so you wouldn't like the other half of me.
60% German over here. So there's that. Even Michael Moore cried because he thought DeSantis treated her cancer in Cuba. Oh, yeah, because they're so awesome from that movie he made. Yeah.
Always go to Cuba to get your cancer treated.
Oh, boy. All right, guys, we will move on because all of the other posts I'm seeing about our future Jewish protection business are remarkably offensive, and I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. So thank you, guys, very much.
These aren't good.
Thank you to Balls Deep for the $3. We appreciate the super sticker. 155.
Thank you.
Away from today's goal. We had a few 199s come in. 155 away from today's goal. Thank you. Rain says, you are German. Do you like potatoes? That's the most fucking weird question I've ever heard.
That is a weird question. Of course I like potatoes.
I will say this as a German. This may get me disowned. Sauerkraut can suck my dick.
I'll fuck a jar of sauerkraut. I love it.
Sauerkraut can shove its head up its own ass.
Shovel that shit on everything.
I hate it. I feed it to my runaway Jews that stay in my house. Feed them all sauerkraut. They enjoy it.
I just like the term runaway Jews.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a house for wayward Jews. Mama died young, giving birth to a son in a home for wayward Jews.
Oh, my God.
Daddy was a sidewalk soapbox preacher, and he always watched the news.
Yeah.
Every Friday night, he'd pick Moses a fight down at the local pool hall. Racking up souls depending on those caught behind the dreidel. He said, I preach the Torah shows the way. Don't ever trust what the government say. We never walked on the moon. I'm schwitzing like hell. You ain't going crazy. It's all in your schmeckle.
You're beautiful.
That is the first time anyone has ever done a Diamond Rio parody song in the tune of the song with a Jewish theme.
Oh.
No one's ever done that before. I'm the first. And carry on my wayward Jew. There'll be lots of gum to chew.
You're just showing off.
Lay your weary pace to rest. Don't you kvetch no more. Boom, 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 boom.
Shoehorning, but it works.
Little shoehorning on that one. I will. And I will always love Jews. Oh, I will always love Jews. That was beautiful. That almost choked me up, to be honest.
He's been drinking again.
I have. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, see, Why Do I Podcast said nice flow. Why Do I Podcast also says clip it. Oh,
I mean, it's worthy.
Loaded Wrench, I can't make a song out of Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Jews. It doesn't fit the
How about a remix of It's So Cold in the D?
It's so cold in Tel Aviv. How the fuck does we supposed to keep peace? I don't know what other songs we could do with.
No.
You're just too good to be Jew. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Does that Jew moon ever shine on you?
Does that Jew moon ever shine on you?
It's a little off.
Jew walking. Not Quran, Jesus.
Is a Jew walk a real
Torah
thing?
talking. She's speaking Yiddish again. Day's breaking. I'm kvetching. Oh, move, Jew. Get out the way. Get out the way, Jew, because he's in the way of a car. I'm saving him from traffic.
I'm trying to think.
Fly me to the Jews.
Do this one for me. You're better.
Oh. As long as we still have Why Do I Podcast in the room, we're okay to do these song parodies. Okay, like which one? The Patsy Cline song?
No, dummy. This is the person who sings it.
I'm a Jew, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I'm a Jew, dabba dee. That one's pretty,
Two on the nose.
yeah. Sorry. That's the night that the lights went out in Israel.
Oh.
That's the night that they hung an innocent man. But don't trust your soul to no backwoods Gestapo lawyer. Because the Jew in the town has bloodstains on his head. Sorry. It's not okay. Guys, this is not.
Oh, Jesus,
No.
Witch is Hollow. Oh.
I only want to be with Jews.
Oh, not Hootie, too.
No, Hootie. Hootie and the Jewfish. Hootie and the six-pointed starfish.
Oh, no. Six-pointed
Oh,
starfish.
boy. Here's a quarter. Call some Jew who cares. Call some Jew who'll listen. Oh, and might give a damn.
Oh, man.
Oh. You are giving Sven a run for his money? Uh-oh. I should
know.
probably dial it back.
I think so.
Oh, my God, Rusty Grammar. You remember that song about the guy whose business was losing money, so he burned it down for the insurance money?
Yeah.
You remember
I've
that
heard
Garth
that
Brooks
one.
song? And the thunder rolls.
Careful.
And the Jew lightning strikes.
And that's the end of our channel.
Another business goes. Sorry.
We'll see you on Rumble.
No, we're kidding. This is all. We have a Jew in the chat who says it's fine.
You got to pass.
Cordy, thank you. Jew out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, shit.
Jews and me go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the Jew grass grows.
God, all of them I'm coming up with are so bad.
Oh, baby Jews. Jews got what I need. But they say I'm just a goy. But they say I'm just a goy. Oh, baby Jews.
Here.
They got what I need. Willis Moore says this is fucked. I don't know yet. Jewberry wine, 17.
I like the idea of Jewberry wine.
The Jerusalem moon saw everything. Sorry.
Omaha.
Do Jews really want to hurt me? I'm kidding. I was only kidding, honey. It's so fucked up. Uh-oh, April's writing more of them down.
You're so good at singing.
Thank you. Oh, and I won't deny, you know the Jews don't lie.
That's what dreams
The devil went down to Israel. He was looking for a Jew to steal. He was in a bind because he couldn't find a rabbi, and he was looking to make a deal.
Oh, okay, that's my favorite.
Till he came upon a young rabbi sawing a fiddle and playing it hot. So the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, Jew, let me tell you what. Here's a one for the money, Jews for the show, 3 to get ready. Why do I podcast? Says, I just watched your You Feature Us featuring you, and I want to apologize for not showing more of your show. I was a little drunk by then, and the show was going long, so I panicked and ended after that.
I think the semi-nice compliments were cool.
Buddy, you're fine. We were
Thank you.
saying that it was like watching us.
It's Inception, really.
God, these fucking people are settling in. All my rowdy Jews have settled down. We got a pig in the ground. That's not right. The Jews wouldn't like that. Because all my rowdy Jews are coming over tonight. The Jews say, do you want to drink? Hey, Jews, do you want to party? Oh, this is old Rabbi Hank here to get the party started.
YouTube, this is all in good humor.
We stomped the glass on the ground, got the Manischewitz on ice, and all my rowdy Jews are coming over tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Shut the F Up, Karen, for renewing your membership. 150 away from tonight's goal, 20 minutes away from the old can rattling segment, if you will, to see if we hit that goal and add another 30 minutes of overtime. Why wouldn't you guys want to add another 30 minutes to this program? Why Do I Podcast says, I really hope this doesn't get flagged.
I start sweating during these bits. They are so much fun, but
I feel like we're just making
fun.
We're making jokes. That's all. Could do this with anybody.
Could do this with anyone. Yes.
What did you say? If I had I'm going to change the words because it doesn't fit.
Okay.
If I had 24 rabbis.
There you go. That works.
And an old bottle of Manischewitz. If I really could have hung the dreidel, would it change your mind? If I could kvetch a little harder.
Oh.
Rupert says, if I had 500,000 shekels. If I had 1,000,000 shekels. 145 away from tonight's goal. Thank you, buddy. Trying like the devil to find the Lord. Working like a Jew from a room and board. Oh. Hulkamasha Baby says, while the Jew in the moon works his magic, cut the second runner-up at the yarmulke pageant. Seems like yesterday, even though that was 1,352 dreidels ago. Yeah, we spent what little bit of shekels we had on Manischewitz and Main Street gas. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. I would walk 500 miles, but I wouldn't walk 500 more, 'cause my feet feel bad and I get bunions when I walk on top the concrete floor. Oh, I like the way you work it, Jew diggity.
Oh, this is good.
Oh boy, April's writing a long one. Oh boy. All right. If it looked like we were scared to death, like a couple of Jews just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Oh.
I don't think anything was in color in the 30s.
No. Lemmy says Money by Pink Floyd. You don't even need to change anything. Oh
man.
Yeah. You holding me, holding you. It's a hell of a Jew. You
Fuck.
You guys are all sorts of problem. Oh, man. My daddy served in the army, and he lost his right eye. I gotta skip ahead. Yeah, I brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and Jews.
Oh, my God.
Well, because we did it for Israel, so.
That's very on the nose.
Hey, Jews.
Oh, that's perfect.
Don't ban Kanye. Take his sad tweets and just retweet them. Yeah, you can yell about it all day long, but just keep going strong and educate Kanye. Oh, man. Small Town MN Gal says, I just found out my cousin died and I can't be serious listening to the Jew song sing along.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
We're trying to lighten the mood for you. I'm
This
really
is-
sorry to hear that.
I will say this. This is all sorts of fucked.
This is fucked. Omaha, all the way.
Oh, man. I'm seeing a few more come in. I like them, but I think...
Oh, wet ass Jew. Fuck you guys. That shit's funny.
Oh, man.
Hot Jew summer.
This is how we Jew it. This is how we Jew it. Sha-na-na-na-na. There are all kinds of cancerous problems with this
I'm
platform.
sweaty.
Oh, man.
I didn't see this coming tonight.
Jeremy with 47 cents says, this is vaguely in the
Whoa.
same vein as DSP's classic Isaac Heimler bit, but actually funny and not all that racist. No, it's a tribute. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
And Jason says, you paid a 58-cent fee, and he gives us $2.42. All right, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh. Tiptoe through the juleps. All right, guys, we're done. We're done. I think Turtle says, Oimaha, Oimaha.
Oimaha. Thank you, Turtle.
Oh, how do we top that? So we got 15 minutes until we pass around the offering plate and see if we knock out this goal for the night. So I suppose we have to do something else.
Where did this go?
I can't just do fucking Jew parodies all night.
How do you follow up Jew sing-alongs, though?
Oh, I know. How do you follow up that? Oh, I've got Don Lemon saying goodbye to his primetime show.
Yeah, we can just take that other bit to the bank.
Dude,
We
Don
move along.
Lemon. If you say, hey, Aaron, how you going to top that last bit? As long as I got Don Lemon,
you got gold.
We're straight. Thank you, Bigfoot is Real, for becoming a member to the channel. That's very cool. 140
you.
away for the evening. We appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you again. We knock out that 140 in the next 15 minutes, and we do 30 minutes of overtime for you. So thanks again. So Don Lemon, I don't know if you guys have heard, but they got new bosses, new ownership, new management at CNN. And the management at CNN has been looking over the ratings and going, wow, this network we bought really sucks a giant fat dick. We should probably fire everybody and start over.
Just fire sale it.
Yeah, well, I guess that, holy shit, whoever, Hulkamash a Baby, that is not the Lone Star song that I would cover for the Jewish parody. You know what Lone Star song you do?
Uh-oh. I have a thought, but I don't want to say it out loud. Tell me.
She could tell a phone, tell a friend, tell a lie about where she's been. Ooh. No. Yeah.
Omaha.
That's it. Gordy says, quoting me, says, as long as I have Don Lemon, I'm straight. Oxymoron. You're right. That is a bad phrasing. Thank you to Jay Santos. Jay Santos for the $4.99 says, here, I'm anti. No. WT Flux says, woo, 6 months on YouTube. Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
130 away from tonight's goal. There's the link in the chat. Thank you all so much. If you want to do PayPal, you can do PayPal. Otherwise, These super chats and the membership seem to be working just fine. All right. Can we please? I know you guys are really enjoying this bit, and it does seem to be way too comfortably up some of your. Here's my problem as a host. I find a lot of things, hand over the mouth funny. I like naughty humor. I just enjoy it.
Well, yeah.
But I like the funny part of it. I have this weird responsibility where I have this audience where I have to constantly remind them I'm kidding. I'm not that
You're
guy.
not living that life.
Because otherwise I'm going to get like brochures in the mail that I don't want. Like, hey, you want to join our club? And I'm like, no, I was fucking around. I'm doing it for giggles.
All the flyers.
For laughs, for God's sake. Well, anyway, CNN gets the news that they have new management. And the new management goes, holy fuck, are we running a news channel that's supposed to get ratings or a soup kitchen?
Yeah.
And they started fire sailing everybody. Stelter went. Well, Don Lemon either has a really complicated contract or Don Lemon has naked pictures of somebody and is using them as blackmail because they're not firing him.
Neither would be surprising, right?
But what they are doing is they're canceling his show.
Oh, yeah. He's getting demoted.
Yeah, his primetime show is going away. And what he's going to be doing instead is a morning show with a couple of bitches. They sent Don with a couple of women. And he's going to be doing one of those yucking it up morning shows where he can't go like, and I, this Republican and this Democrat and these pieces of shit and these dickheads and these assholes. So now Don Lemon got to say goodbye last night on his evening show, on his primetime show. This was Don Lemon's last time in primetime. Let's check him out. Our buddy, Don Lemon.
I got a call that my sister had died suddenly. In that moment.
That's a funny way to start your goodbye.
Yeah, that's not a good start, buddy. How much contour is on his face? My God.
So what he's saying is that this was not the worst goodbye he's gotten recently.
No.
Okay.
The other one was colder.
I could have never arranged a car or a flight. I couldn't even have found my way to the elevator or to the entrance of this building if you hadn't literally held my hand and walked me out of the building. So thank you, Jeff. And Marie.
Oh, do you see what they're doing? Throwing a little shade at the new bosses? The Jeff he's talking about is Jeff Zucker, who was the former boss at CNN before these new assholes took over.
Fresh assholes.
So that little thank you to Jeff Zucker is kind of a little subliminal fuck you to the new guys.
Yeah, and Flip and Alyssa and Rachel and Shanique and Zach and Mel and Susan and everyone on this team.
Is he just reading the layoff list at CNN?
Kind of seems that way.
Every single person on this team. If I did not mention your name, it is for the sake of time. I don't want to go over, and it's not because
Chris Cuomo?
I'm not appreciative. For all of you gentlemen in the studio who kept me sane, who made me laugh, and ladies, and made me laugh and got me in trouble many times because I was reacting to what you were doing. I am eternally grateful to all of you. I want to thank you, the loyal viewers who sent me masks during COVID.
Ew!
Oh, fuck this guy.
God, if I didn't know he was gay already, it certainly would have been confirmed there.
That was the nail in the coffin.
Thanks for putting your hands all over masks that you're sending me.
Oh, thank you guys for sending me masks. I don't have enough money to buy my own.
Do you ever get embarrassed that we fell for that shit?
Yes.
Or that we played along as long as we did?
Kind of behind us now, and you'd like to pretend that we didn't all freak out for the first couple weeks.
We just take the L and move on.
If you think back to how you and I were that first 2 weeks, that was just embarrassing.
I would like to go back in time and beat the shit out of those two.
I agree.
Cards and letters of condolences and inspiration, Christmas cards, so many, many gifts and presents over the years. So I know I was not always perfect.
Wow. Don Lemon, ladies and gentlemen, with the understatement of the year.
I'm specifically talking about every New Year's Eve broadcast.
Yes. Every time I had a hot political take, every time I grabbed my shit in front of a guy at a bar and told him to suck my dick and called him the gay F word and then got sued.
I got pissed drunk and talked about my ex-girlfriends on New Year's Eve broadcast. I mean, he's
no
just
one
a
is
piece of
perfect
shit.
because there are immense pressures that come with this job.
Yeah.
And in particular, this time slot at 10 o'clock when people are going to bed.
There must be a lot of problems with this time slot because you certainly couldn't make it go.
Not even a little.
Oof.
So sometimes all I could do, I'm going to be honest with you, is just smile and just get to the commercial break sometimes. Sometimes it was exhausting because some of the things that
You think it was exhausting doing your show? Try watching it, Don. I mean, give those people a little credit.
And now he's got to deal with 2 ladies.
Oh, God, he's going to hate it so
Oh,
much.
man.
Because they're going to have those meetings where they go, Don, you got to tone down the politics a little bit. This is supposed to be a fun, upbeat morning show. Have some fun with the gals, you know?
They want to be how the hell's your coffee today? Oh, my God.
They want to talk about the latest gizmos and gadgets coming out that Gene Lundergaard might like.
Oh, did you get that new Swiffer product?
Yeah.
Oh, my Jesus. It's changed my whole life.
we discuss here are so personal and so consuming, all-consuming. So I hope I made you proud, and I thank you for tuning in all these years, and I hope that you're going to join me in the morning. So I will simply say good night, and I will see you soon.
Yep, you sure will.
you
Have
thought
fun. Have fun covering that water skiing squirrel story, dickhead.
He sure thought he stuck that landing, though.
Oh boy,
I will
it's
just say good night.
just fun watching a guy like that have to get humbled the way he is.
It is
he's been
weird.
such an asshole for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Elias Campos says, baby, get the goyim, turn the lights down low. Stop. $4.99 from Rupert says, don't get too worried. They really struggled to get rid of the first guy. Yeah, it was really tough for CNN to part ways with all these guys, it seems. I feel like they're having a party while those guys are crying. 125 away from our goal tonight. So we are close, guys. 5 minutes away from the passing around the offering plate segment where we try to knock out that goal and get that extra 30 minutes of overtime, and we are pretty damn close.
Yep.
From getting there. Just 125 away. If you want to throw in via PayPal, there's the link in the chat. Otherwise, super chats and memberships work as well. Brian says, anyone remember when CNN broadcast gay porn for entire 30 minutes during the day on Christmas? No.
What?
I don't.
Link, please.
I would be interested in the story. Triple N says, the pressures you were facing were anal, mostly.
Oh.
You see, they were mostly anal pressures.
Very dark issues.
Well, it's just, I don't think skin color matters.
It's not what I meant. It's just shady down there.
I just didn't think that.
You fuck.
What color his skin is.
You know what? I'm sorry.
God, we got so much good shit left. Oh, that Call of Duty Modern Warfare Squad Up trailer is so fucking bad.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, we should watch some of this. We got 5 minutes before we go to the offering plate
Okay.
segment. But if we get a few people to chip in here and get inside that 50 number, we won't be doing the offering plate segment. So we'll see. I'll play this trailer for you. I have to do this. I don't know why the video game industry decided to get in this mode where they were just going to purposely shit on the people who made them all their money. This is kind of like that G4 shit.
Oh,
you know,
God.
the Frost grant and all that. It's like gamers are a very specific group of people. And people who play Call of Duty are an even more specific group of people.
Yep.
And they don't like the shit they like fucked with. Right?
No, gamers don't like being told what to do or how to do them.
And they want their game.
Don't change.
They want it army guys. They want the shooting, the action, and they're remarkably, like Triple N says, autistic. So you don't fuck with their shit. You certainly don't do this trailer that dropped yesterday for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Squad up.
Left, right, left, right, left. Squad up. It don't matter where you been. It don't matter where you been. Modern Warfare is back again. Modern Warfare is back again. Drop on in, no time to
Oh my God.
You don't think
Stop this madness.
You don't think gamers are going to like this?
This is not gamer material.
You don't think gamers are going to get hyped up for the Modern Warfare 2 video game if this is the...
This is a tragedy. This is horrific. This is not gamer-esque in any way.
I don't know why they keep wanting to fuck up their bread and butter. I feel bad for gamers. Like, it's a very simple group of people to market to. Just fucking give them what they want.
They always want the same type of shit.
Right.
Jesus.
Pull up with the Bob, superheroes, no capes.
Oh, there's... Because what gamers want is Nicki Minaj in a fucking Modern Warfare commercial.
She has nothing to do with gaming. She never has.
Superheroes, no capes.
Ready for a hot take? She's not aging well.
I think she kind of looks the same.
Oh.
Run it back.
That's not our boy, is it?
What? I didn't see an R boy.
That wasn't Justin Jefferson, was it?
I didn't see it. Why don't you back it up a few seconds?
Oh, you piece of shit.
No.
That's not it.
Got nothing to do, and that's a
Skeet.
fact. Got nothing
Fucking
to
Skeet.
do, and that's a fact.
See, they look like gamers.
Right.
Avec l'équipe, on va débarquer. Police can play all day.
These badass honeys gonna bust your face.
They don't want to see the badass honeys busting your face. This
Do you want to know the extra, like, painful part?
What?
They dropped so much money paying all of these celebrities to be in this
What?
ad.
Lil
and it's
Baby,
tragic.
Nicki Minaj, Pete Davidson,
Kane Brown. The list goes on and on. There's way more than that.
Fuck.
These badass honeys gonna bust your face.
I swear this ain't my mommy's place. He swears this ain't his mommy's place. Ranking up all day and night. Ranking up all day and night. It's not a game, it's a way of life. It's not a game, it's a way of life.
Is that Rick Ross?
Squad up, back for more, back for more. Squad up. 1, 2, 3.
Who the fuck wrote this and who passed it? Like, this was obviously written by consultants who, like, are not gaming people.
That's not good.
And they just decided to go, oh, let's just throw a bunch of famous people out there. I mean, people like famous people.
People that have nothing to do with gaming.
Oh, no.
Never have. You want to get a celebrity, get like Ninja in there to promote your shit.
Right, get someone that gamer people enjoy, not, oh. By the way, how much of the new game did they show you?
None of it.
None.
I don't want to play it now because I assume it's going to be dog shit since you didn't want to show me any of it.
And look, man, I've never played Call of Duty. I've never been a Call of Duty guy, but I know these people, and I know that is not the fucking commercial they wanted.
I've seen a lot of Call of Duty. It's sick. It's an awesome game. You can show clips of it. It's really cool. That was not cool.
Oh, sorry, guys. I hope we don't end up leaving you on that note. 125 away from the goal. We are running out of time tonight. We got about 3 or 4 minutes left.
Maddening.
Unless we hit that goal, and then we tack on another 30 minutes. So this is basically, if you're new to the show, we'll do 4 hours in the morning. We'll do 2 hours in the evening. And the last 3 or 4 minutes, like a church service almost, we'll pass around the offering plate and say, hey, if you guys want to knock out that goal number, we'll throw 30 minutes back on the clock and do more show. Otherwise, no hard feelings. We move on to the next day's worth of shows. So let's go ahead and fire up that corny MIDI music and see if we can knock out that last 125 to get to overtime. All right. We'll stay hanging out in the chat and talking to you guys for a few minutes here. Otherwise, there's the PayPal link in the chat right there. Otherwise, you can do super chats, memberships, whatever you'd like to do. 125 away from tonight's goal. Rain EG says you left a very dark cloud in my head with this video.
I know. Anyone who plays these games, like, there's such cool things you could have shown.
Guys, don't lie to Jay Santos.
What?
No, Jay, they're lying to you. It's not $250 a month to become a Steel Toe VIP. $250 in 1 week gets you all of our merch, the 3 t-shirts, the hoodie, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, entrance into a $100 drawing every month, 2 tickets to every live event we do, and a free item of merch every year when we come out with new stuff. That's $250 one time, 1 week, and that's it. Don't let them tell you shit. All right, guys, we are big thank you to Sam with another $20. Thank you, pal. 105 away from tonight's goal. So we are getting closer, only 105 away from tonight's goal and adding another 30 minutes to the total. What were we going to do? We were going to do Tony Michaels and the Old Capitol lawsuit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I just read the comment section for the Modern Warfare 2 ad. It's bad. Oh, yeah, it's really fucking bad.
How much money was blown on that?
Jay says, so $250 once a week? No, one time in a 1 week period. Never again. It's $250 and then never again.
It's actually
you're good.
bi-weekly.
No, Jay, it's $250 one time and you're forever a VIP. Jesus, guys. 105 away from tonight's goal. Let's see if we can get there. Couple of minutes left. I believe we got about 2.5 minutes left. Yes, Why Do I Podcast? Chicky McNugs. would be the guy.
That guy's multiple personalities are hard to keep up with.
Yeah, Tony Michaels, Chicky McNugs.
He's got the new
douche fuck
podcast interviewer guy.
What's Need Trump's wife's name?
It's Karen. Shut the F up, Karen.
Shut the F up, Karen, with $25. Thank you very much over there on PayPal. $80 away from our goal tonight. So we are continuing to get closer and closer to that goal. About a minute left. Let's see if we can knock out that last 80. Call it a successful night and give you guys 30 minutes of overtime. Very, very close. 80 away. And 1 minute and 10 seconds to be exact remaining in the offering plate segment. Aaron has been taking my mod pay since I became a VIP. We don't pay
Yeah,
the
I
mods.
asked him to stop that.
Curly Adam with 20. That's going to knock 15 off our goal. 65.
Thanks, guys.
Away from the goal tonight. Very, very close. Thank you, guys. Remember, if we get inside of 50, we do the overtime on credit. Looks like we got about 40 seconds left to knock that out, and we are only 65 away. There's 30 from Sam. Jesus Christ, man. Sam carrying us tonight, making me blush. Thank you very much.
Here.
And, I don't read the real names, Aaron, you fucking idiot. And Sarah with 25. That's all she did.
Thank you.
So $10 away from our goal tonight. We are doing overtime. Great work, everybody.
Woo.
Appreciate that. Let's unpin the message. 15 from Shut the F Up, Karen. Oh, goddamn, so much generosity.
Lady, thank you.
All right, so you guys are $10 into tomorrow night's goal.
Fuck,
I believe as well. All right, so
just dry today.
Plus 10 for tomorrow night's goal. Wow, thanks a lot, guys. Great
Thank
start
you.
to the week. We appreciate it. That's very, very sweet of you. A wonderful audience for this show. Remember to hit the like button as well on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've done millions in pledges, says Loaded Wrench. Aaron spent it on his tits, in my opinion.
They look good.
Thank you. Mr. Nobody with $9.99 says, can't wait to use the new wet ass pussy on full auto in the new Modern Warfare.
Oh.
It's I don't understand why they did that. It's mind boggling.
I've never seen anything like that.
They did that ad.
No.
We didn't do the Miss Kiff thing tonight, so we'll skip that. What I wanted to save the Hassan guy, the Vault Boy Anthony.
Vault Boy, yep.
And I want to send that to Keem.
Okay.
Then we did the DSP thing. There was one other thing. Do we want to save the Modern Warfare thing just in case? Yeah, let's hold on to that.
Aaron's trying to get everything out in the ether.
We'll clip that out. All right. What do you guys want to do first? You want to do Tony Michaels clips or you want to do the Old Capitol lawsuit? Because we may only have time for one tonight.
Well, then I have to do the Old Capitol thing. Oh, Jesus. Well,
That one
Tony
will
Michaels, why don't you just tell me what you want?
I want to see what they think. I don't give a fuck what you want. What you and I want to do doesn't matter. It's what the audience wants to do.
Fuck my
Old
ass.
Cap, Tony, Old Cap, Loaded Wrench, God damn it. Old Cap, Old Cap, Old Cap. Okay, so a lot of Old Cap coming in. So let's do that. So Old Capitol Tavern is an advertiser, has been an advertiser on this show for years. The press release on this is coming out tomorrow, but I do have the lawsuit here from Old Capitol to their old manager. So the plaintiffs are Sulzer, North Benton Investments Incorporated, the partners who own Old Capitol Tavern with him.
Yep.
Against Mitchell Eichhoff, their former general manager. And this guy, man, I've been hearing stories about this guy for a year now.
Yep.
This guy is a complete piece of shit.
Just an asshole.
Complete
really.
piece of shit. Let me read you the factual background. I'll skip to the meat and potatoes because a lot of this is legal shit where it's like tavern is a bar and the bar is located and blah, blah, blah.
They have to over-explain.
All right, so item 9, factual background. Listen to what this fucking guy did. This is Old Capitol's lawsuit against their old general manager, who, by the way, made all the staff think that the company was like withholding shifts from them and stuff, like was giving away shit. He was that classic bar rescue manager where he gets all the staff to love him and think he's the cool dad and he's awesome. And these fucking bosses, man, aren't they shitty? Found out they were going to let him go because they found out tens of thousands of dollars was missing. And the guy wasn't bringing in business. He was putting like 3 servers on shifts on dead nights so that they would like him and think he was a great guy. While meanwhile, it ain't his fucking money.
Yep, he's spending their wages.
On nights where you could have had a bartender and a server, he was putting 3 servers and just way too many people on.
To do a favor.
So then the company's like, dude, you got to quit fucking doing this shit. So then we're going to read you the other shit he did now. In response to him doing a shitty job as general manager and getting called out for it. And oh my God, is this guy a monster in my opinion. Eichhoff's duties as a general manager, and by the way, backing up this lawsuit is all of the owners, all of their vendors, and like people from the state.
So this guy's fucked.
He's fucked. Eichhoff's duties as a general manager included managing staff, managing labor cost, managing and ordering inventory, communicating with supplies, adhering to and enforcing written employee policies and standards, training staff, acting as the face of the company at the restaurant and in public settings, managing social media and direct customer communications, and providing Sulzer updates on the status of tavern should any issues arise. This position carried significant authority over day-to-day operation of the tavern and its employees. Upon information and belief through the course of his employment for tavern, Eichhoff would frequently allow employees to consume alcohol before, during, and after their working hours without charge. Wouldn't ring it up.
This fucking guy.
In addition to allowing employees to take products from tavern home without charging, in blatant disregard for tavern policy.
I've never heard that before.
His theft of goods was in the amount of several thousands of dollars. Now, I've heard numbers. The rumor I've heard is $25,000.
Yeah, and I heard that from you, so.
I heard $25,000. In late 2021, Eichhoff became disgruntled with his employment due to some personal conflicts with Sulzer. Upon information and belief in late 2021, Eichhoff began falsely telling other employees that Sulzer was artificially docking employees' hours post facto and withholding tips from employees. What he was doing was a tip sharing program, which every restaurant does.
Everyone
you give a
does.
portion of your tips. I was a server.
Yep.
You give a portion of your tips and they give it to the back of the house staff.
Yep, I've seen the same thing.
Essentially, Eichhoff was spreading rumors alleging that plaintiffs were stealing from the employees. Sulzer was not engaged in the above described behavior. On or about December 22nd, 2021, Eichhoff filed a complaint with the Minnesota Department of Labor while he was the fucking general manager.
Oh my God.
Falsely alleging that plaintiffs were stealing from the employees as described above and otherwise engaging in illegal business practices. By the way, you're going to find out why this took so. It took them a year to clear this shit with the Department of Labor, but they were finally cleared. As a result of Eichhoff's December 22nd complaint, Department of Labor began an investigation into the plaintiffs. On or about December 29th, 1 week later, the Labor Department opened the investigation and sent a letter to Tavern's principal place of business. Eichhoff, in his role as general manager, would frequently open Tavern in the morning and receive and open mail that arrived. Upon information and belief, Eichhoff prevented plaintiffs from receiving any letters from the Department of Labor between December 29th and January 13 by intercepting such mail and intentionally hiding or discarding mailing address to Sulzer and or Tavern related to the investigation in an effort to cause plaintiffs to miss deadlines and incur substantial financial penalties.
That is fucking mental.
This is a sick dude.
That is, yeah, everything
This is a
I've heard about him. He
broken,
needs
sick,
help.
disturbed man.
This is awful.
In my opinion. Upon information and belief during the investigation, Eichhoff answered several phone calls to plaintiffs from Department of Labor between December 29th and January 13th that were received at Tavern. Eichhoff did not inform plaintiffs that he received the phone calls, and upon information and belief, encouraged other employees to withhold information regarding the same in furtherance of his above described attempts to cause plaintiffs to miss deadlines related to the investigation and incur substantial penalties.
Oh my God.
Upon information and belief during the investigation, Eichhoff contacted suppliers, like the people who provide the booze and the food, and business partners of plaintiffs, informing them of the investigation, falsely accusing plaintiffs of stealing from their employees, falsely alleging IRS involvement and investigation, and advising them to discontinue their business dealings with plaintiffs. Other than the existence of the investigation, which was initiated pursuant to Eichhoff's false accusations, None of these statements were truthful. So he lied to the vendors and told them to stop doing business, and then also said, don't tell Salzer or any of the partners that I told you this.
And this was the manager. Okay.
The general manager.
This is going to drive that business into the ground should this actually continue, which it's not.
On or about, he's been gone.
He's been gone, thank God.
On January 13th, plaintiffs received notice of the investigation by overhearing a different employee mention it. Now, I'll tell you, they didn't think the owners were listening, and they overheard them having this conversation with one of the other managers.
Can you imagine?
So he called in that manager and said, is this guy fucking doing this? He goes, yeah, he told us not to tell you. Upon information and belief. So then the deadlines expired for them to respond to this Department of Labor investigation.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fuck around with the government.
Nope.
They'll nail you to the wall. Upon information and belief, Eichhoff answered a phone call intended for the plaintiffs after January 10th, informing him that plaintiffs would receive fines if no response was received by the Department of Labor on January 14th. Eichhoff did not inform plaintiffs of this phone call. Upon information and belief, Eichhoff utilized his defamatory statements about plaintiffs to organize an employee walkout. January 14th. The fucking general manager. Upon information and belief, the employee walkout was intentionally scheduled during a time when Salzer had planned to be out of state for a vacation.
Out of the country, even, actually. Remember
Salzer
that?
found out about the scheduled walkout and canceled his trip, incurring substantial costs in changing his planned accommodations and travel. Following the employee walkout, Tavern was forced to close its doors for over a month while hiring and training new staff, incurring significant losses. Tavern did not resume full and normal business activities until June of 2022.
It's just brutal. Like, we know Salzer very well.
Yeah.
And none of this. I can't ever imagine accusing him of any of this.
So count 1 is breach of fiduciary duty. Count 2 is defamation against Salzer. Defamation against the Tavern, count 3. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiffs seek judgment against Eichhoff as follows. As to count 1, entering judgment for the plaintiffs and against Eichhoff for the damages in excess of $50,000.
Ouch.
Incurred due to Eichhoff's breach of fiduciary duty. As to count 2, entering judgment for the Salzer and against Eichhoff for damages in excess of $50,000. As to count 3, entering judgment for Tavern and against Eichhoff for damages in excess of $50,000. And number 4, for such other and further relief as the court deems just and equitable. So that's about a $150,000 lawsuit.
This guy's fucked. And he's sick. He needs some help, but I hope justice is served here.
Absolutely fucked all the way. Thank you, Elias, for the $7 via Super Chat. Appreciate that, buddy.
Like, Old Capitol really just is it's the restaurant around here that none of us deserve. It's so nice,
Right.
and the owners take good care of it. I could never imagine saying any of these things about him. Not even a little bit.
I bet he was trying to fuck the servers. Press criminal charges, says P.A. Cheddar. I mean, I think they just want their fucking money back.
Right. How much time do you want to spend in court? You've got a restaurant to run.
I've known this guy. He managed a bar before. And the bar he managed was such an old bar that I bet you could get away with the overpouring and the stealing booze and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then he went to a smaller place where they noticed that shit.
Right.
And a higher end place where they noticed that shit.
Family owned.
I mean, the partners said that they had caught him and they were ready to be done with him before Christmas. Ironically, Salzer, this guy ran through the mud, saved his ass and said, I don't want to train in new general managers during the holiday season. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Let's hang on to him until then, and then we'll dump him. And he got wind of that and then started. It's no coincidence that after he found out he was fucked, because they started talking to other people about possibly being general manager after this guy was gone. He found out.
Yep.
And then he started fucking around.
It was bad.
Yeah. Is this the same guy that won Sauk Rapids Citizen of the Year in 2019? If he was, then they should strip him of that. Yeah, Balls Deep says, he's fucked. That's a felony. You don't fuck with the mail. Yeah, you got to watch out for that shit.
Intercepting phone calls, too, and not relaying a government phone call.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
not
as a
good.
member of the team, you can't get him legally. But
You can't hit him in his wallet. Right?
But lawsuit-wise, you can get him. If he's part of the team, you probably can't get him legally because he represents the business.
Somebody will tell him. Somebody will tell Salzer if he can get him legally or not.
Snapper says, hey guys, have y'all seen the latest tweet on y'all from the Dabblers that includes you? No, send me a link. I'll check it out.
Oh, is it not good?
I don't know what we would have done.
He said, uh-oh.
We're nice. We're nice enough, guys, for fuck's sake. We were just talking about the Why Do We podcast people. I've watched this pendulum swing. Used to party with the staff from there. I've heard so much shit about that place. Yeah, too bad it was all bullshit from the general manager, Staska. They're suing the fucker because he lied and did a bunch of shady shit. I'm just looking through the chat here and just catching up. I remember someone bringing this up in chat. I'm glad it wasn't mentioned until the facts came around. Old Cap is a diamond in the rough. Yeah,
I agree. I am really glad that none of it was really talked about until now.
People don't bring criminal cases. The government does. Yeah. What a scumbag, that dude. Yeah, I mean, just a total piece of shit. And I've been sitting on this information for a while because I've had to wait until the lawsuit gets filed and whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, that is a real shitbag move, man. I tell you, really bad.
I feel really bad for Salzer, but at least he's doing something about it.
Thank you very much to Andrew for the $10 over there on PayPal. You guys are $30 into tomorrow night's goal, thank you very, very much. All right, let's see this. Let's see the Dabblers Anonymous quote. Oh, it was very nice. Hey, people, prescribe to my buddy. I think you mean subscribe. Dabblers Anonymous.
Prescribe, subscribe.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's cool.
That's a really nice tweet. Hey, Aaron, unlike the Dabbler, that's John, we love you. You're one of the good guys, but please don't make it so easy next time. Thank you, April. Who are these pod? What is the... Oh, man. No. Dabblers Anonymous.
I see why he's thanking me now.
Oh, no.
You're welcome.
You son of a bitch.
That picture, that accidental picture is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, no. So Dabblers Anonymous clearly watches this show regularly. He used April's picture and put me up there with Stuttering John. Oh, it says Jesus 2 Christ. Retards, 1 controller.
That's fucking funny.
I gotta retweet this.
This is great.
This picture will follow me into hell. Thanks, Dab. See, this is the nice thing about the Dabblers. It's like the Why Do We podcast people that we were talking about earlier tonight. When they bust your balls, you can feel that it's fun.
I'm glad that you're a good sport about that picture because that is fucking funny. Okay, you've got wrestling paint from me on your face and just that look.
Oh, shit. This picture is not going anywhere. I earned this one. Thanks, guys. You are all great. There you go. Ooh, fuck. That is. And they're thanking you, you fucking Judas Iscariot.
I took it. They have to thank me.
Oh, man.
I think that's pretty awesome.
That is
You're
pretty
welcome,
rough.
Dabblers.
Just saw Why Do I Pod and B Dabbler Show had their new videos played on Aaron Steel Toe Evening Show. Let's go. Please sub to these guys if you haven't already. Oh, thank you, Stut Joe Depot.
Are we just doing this for the audience right now?
I'm doing this for me.
This seems very self-indulgent.
I know. I'm being a real cunt right now. You're right.
A little bit.
I'm being a total cunt. And we promised them Tony Michaels, didn't we?
You've got plenty of time to sit down here and do that.
Yeah, I can sit here and jerk myself off later, right?
Yes.
Why Do I Podcast says that's an inside Stuttering John reference. Okay. God. Fuck.
That was good.
Michael Gavin Ali Show says, did you see any of the Opie radio clips on his YouTube page? We just did some more Opie stuff on Friday that I was going to put up. I see ROTC did an Opie clip, so they might have beat me to posting mine. That happens all the time with Royce and Mersh.
It's all different.
Opie radio. Did he have some new ones? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh what? Wow. Opie has gone on an Opie and Anthony tirade these last couple of days. Howard Stern is the last man standing. Uncle Paul was terrible and bad for Opie and Anthony. Oh, fuck off. Since Friday, since we talked about him on Friday, Opie has done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's been busy. I'll give him that
Opie
much.
and Anthony videos since. Wow, Michael Gavin Ali show. Thank you. We might have to do some of those tomorrow night on the show.
Thank you. That's a lot.
Oh my
That's a lot of posts.
God. Hey, the Opster has been busy. God, are we going to have time for I knew we were only going to have time for one of those things.
We only got a little bit.
Well, you know what? We promised you some
10 minutes here.
Tony Fuckface. We'll give you some Tony Fuckface here. Thank you to Dennis for sending this to me. I appreciate it, Dennis. He says, I'm a dabbler. These are. I think this is the same Dennis that gave us a bunch of advice not too long ago for the channel and stuff. I appreciate that. Arby's now makes you say yeehaw to get your... Okay, let's check some of these out.
They don't, though.
All right. Tony Michaels. Now, if you don't know who Tony Michaels is, we just got introduced to him recently in the form of... God, how did we end up on it? Oh, a new Stuttering John clip. He had this asshole on as a guest. And this guy is the grifter's grifter. You know, he's not an honest, decent panhandler like us, you know, sitting there with his tin can going, we'll do a show for money. This is a guy who's got to find an angle. This is a guy who's got to find like a dishonest way to, you know, get in on the latest thing. Like I said, I'll be riding the fucking Stuttering John and DSP and Brendan Schaub and Hassan Piker bandwagon. Like, I'll be riding that thing until everybody's off it. Like, I do that because I think those guys are funny. This guy jumps onto so many different things because he just wants viewers. He doesn't care how he does it. This Tony Michaels doesn't care how he gets there. Tony just wants people watching him. So he tried the food review thing. But he found out that fat guys with beards and no mustache always look creepy. And that nobody wants to watch a guy like that guzzle down saucy food.
What?
So then he tried to do like comedy shorts, and we got Chicky McNugs, which God bless.
Yes, God bless you, sir.
And when he found out he was an unfunny hack, he did what all unfunny hacks do and started ranting about politics. So he got all liberal and woke, and now like Ron DeSantis is a Nazi, you know, like real original shit.
Trump.
Fuck Trump. Trump's an asshole. Let's watch some old classic Tony Michaels that Dennis sent me via email. And thank you again, Dennis, for this. And thank you to all the dabblers who, again, if it weren't for them, we'd have no material to cover people like this.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Your cholesterol, fatty, dead man walking. Oh,
no.
I stole a Jim Carrey joke for that one.
Yep.
Just driving around, doing some work, getting a little hungry. Haven't ate lunch this afternoon. So
I think you'll, by the grace of God, I think you'll be okay.
Is there a market for this? Do people watch this?
Yes, Boston market.
Oh, I'm just driving around doing my chores. I'm getting a little hungry. Okay.
Hey, trying to find the spot. I don't know. We'll see where we end up.
Hopefully in an 8-car pileup on the interstate.
All right, guys, I think I decided on a place. We stopped here at Arby's.
Wait a minute, did he change clothes? Or did he just do a different day in a different food vlog?
He's got scared that day.
What, do your boobies show through your shirt?
And I think we're going to grab something to eat from here.
You got to cover up your
Let's see
boobies?
what's on the menu. Let's do it! Yes!
This is abominable.
So is he like trying to get a catchphrase, like trying to get a gimmick?
I don't know what that sound was.
I would rather watch that Joey guy than watch this guy. I'd rather watch the Nazi kid eat food.
You think so?
Yeah, I like the Nazi kid. He's weird. He's not really a Nazi. They accused him of being... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say shit like, I like the Nazi kid.
Yeah, nobody clipped that either.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out what I want. I don't know what I want from here.
So many choices.
All right, give me your Texas brisket. And can I get curly fries with that?
Oh, Piggy Boy wants curly fries.
He looks like an overgrown baby with facial hair.
He does.
This is so fucked. I don't like it.
What do baby,
I don't like this at all.
Baby boy want curly fries. He don't want the straight ones. He wants them all curly. Do you think he wants Arby's horsey sauce?
I think he's gonna put one around his nose, like a septum piercing. He's gonna like dangle.
It's not a
it above
septum
him.
piercing. It's a cattle ring. So you can
A cattle
lead him
ring.
around.
Yes, as long as you get honey mustard, sir.
Awesome. I don't need a drink. I've got a drink with me, so I'm cool on the drink.
I hope it's bleach.
Give me a medium.
Alright, so I have a Texas brisket and a medium curly fry.
Brisket it is. Thank you.
$8.29.
This man is devoid of charm.
I don't think he's ever touched a woman's boob.
No.
Not even once.
No.
He hasn't looked at one.
Dude, if he felt a vagina,
he's dead.
Like he would feel the moistness. You go, girl, what's leaking out of there? Are you okay?
Oh, gross. Oh, ew. Oh, let's go get food.
That never happens when I'm around girls. They're usually like cacti.
How you doing? Oh, no, I'm good on the sauce. No sauce! We don't want no sauce!
Off. Fuck off. I really don't like this guy.
This guy makes James Corden look like George Carlin.
I would listen to James Corden over this, and I don't like saying that.
I would watch James Corden go through a drive-thru, and that says something because watching super obese people eat is one of the most frightening things you can witness in your life. I would rather watch James Corden do carpool karaoke with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez while eating a brisket sandwich.
Fuck it, I'll take a cowpoke eating a Whopper over this.
That's actually kind of oddly
with mayo
hot.
on his face.
Yeah, dripping.
So my boss said that if I yelled yeehaw, he'd give me $20.
They wanted to say, yeehaw!
Trying to make this friendly.
Trying to do good things for good people.
Quit trying so hard. That's what's really fucking me up about this guy. Like, dude, you're trying too desperately to be a guy.
It hurts somehow to watch this. You don't need to be this way.
Guys, we're going to have to get through more of these videos some other time. We'll get through this one and maybe one more. But this, I'm going to get mad at this guy.
I know. People make successful mukbang videos. This is not that. You know?
I'd rather watch Trisha Paytas fuck a cucumber.
I agree. Oh,
than
God.
watch Tony Michaels eat a sandwich.
I'm actually a little turned on, though.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're into that. That's you. I'd rather watch Lizzo
Oh, God, no.
take a bath than watch Tony Michaels try to be funny.
That seems aggressive and unnecessary.
I meant every goddamn word. I
have
take nothing
goosebumps.
back.
Thanks for feeding me today.
Oh.
Man, guys, I had to park for this sandwich. Had to park for a sandwich.
Holy moly.
It's going pretty good.
Does he not show himself? Oh, no.
He never shows the food.
Oh, is Fatty Boy a little ashamed of himself?
A little insecure. He might get a little sauce on the corner of his lips.
Little Chubbers doesn't like to show himself eating because people might make fun of him. I got bad news for you. The way you eat is probably the 19th most disturbing thing about you, Tony.
I would actually call this false advertising because you're like advertising that you're going to get food and eat it, right? And you don't show the food eating.
Every one of his so-called fans of his political show should be forced to watch these.
Yeah, this is a prerequisite.
This is the man you're taking election advice from, for Christ's sake. Don't take election advice from anybody.
About halfway through. It's a little warm, but I'm gonna make it. I just know it. I just know it. I'll let you know.
I'm afraid.
Stop. It's just the effort. Like the try-hardness is too much. Guys like
that
this keep me in
sandwich
check.
put the hurt on me, but I made it through the whole meal. I got it. All right, guys. Thanks for riding along with me again today.
Ugh.
It was awesome.
If this guy ends this with a catchphrase, I'm going to throw a rock at my television.
I'm just going to throw up.
I loved it. Stay in touch, subscribe, and keep driving through. Drive in, drive out, drive through.
I'm going to hang myself.
I'm glad the show's over. This has to end. This is really embarrassing, really.
Holy shit.
I'm ashamed to have played this on our channel.
However, in fairness, he deserves Stuttering John.
Oh, Stuttering John came on his show.
He deserves a guest spot on Stuttering John's show and no other show. Like maybe one of those really shitty liberal shows. Like he could probably get a spot on, what's that guy, that Sam Cedar?
Oh, God.
He could probably get a spot on Sam Cedar's show.
I don't know. No.
And then Stuttering John.
I'll say no.
Oh, he really did. Is that what your guys' tweets have been? Like a lot of the dabblers are like, oh, Aaron, you're in for it now. You found Tony Michaels. And they've sent me that drive in, drive up, drive through thing. And I've been wondering what the fuck that is. And now I'm so upset that I found out.
Why do people watch this? Why was he ever a thing? Because to me...
Because there was a market in 2017 for people who just hated Donald Trump. And then he's just kept the remnants of that.
I just feel like if you're going to make food videos, like my whole thing about food videos is I have to see the food. I have to see how good it looks.
He's too self-conscious.
You can't just have a food video and not show your food.
Old
Fuck you.
chunkers didn't want you to see him dripping all the burger cum on his chin.
That's the
and
hottest
shit.
part.
Yeah, I know.
I was deprived. I was blue-balled.
Oh, fuck.
By Tony Michaels.
Well, we're going to clip out some Tony Michaels now and throw that up there. I think I'm going to do a bonus video tonight, guys. We'll probably clip out the Adriana Chechik thing from this morning.
Blowing out her back instead of her asshole.
Blowing out our backs and assholes and everything. And then tomorrow, I think we'll probably go Tony. I know I want to put the Opie thing up at some point. Actually, I'm going to cross out that Opie thing because that was so-so the other day on Friday. It was okay.
Okay.
But I think the next one we're going to have will be better tomorrow night. So we'll throw Opie up maybe on Wednesday or something.
Sure.
And then I'll tweet Keem tonight and see if he wants that Hassan phone call. Because maybe he will.
Raz says he could make a video with Plow Dog. Now that's a show I think he could get on.
That would be a fun show. I bet you could get on Jake Hudson's channel. For sure. Pro Wrestling Fiend says he was never popular. These videos were discovered after he started doing John's show. Oh, no, I meant like his politics stuff got him like 10,000 subscribers or something. Speaking of which, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, if you will. And like the video. Why Do I Podcast? Thank you, guys. Be Dabbling. Go check out his channel as well. And Dabblers Anonymous subreddit. That whole community has been very, very cool to us. And a couple of people, when our stuff gets posted on there, even the people who don't like us are really fucking super cool about it. They're like, this show isn't for me. I don't get this guy. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's fair. I mean,
that's fine.
Not going to be liked by everybody. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate all the generosity and keeping this thing going, and we appreciate all of it. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will be back again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central. Talk to you then.